I'll holla at you. Oh my God! It came back from suspend and worked.
Wow. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 nothing.
Check.
Maybe you're 3 1 2 3 4 1
That's
2
good.
better.
Yep, that's good. Actually kill that. Turn this. Oh, that was a notification for the thing.
We live pre-party.
Boosh.
Welcome, nobody in the room, to Revival Motoring. We've lost all our friends.
Pull that up.
Uh-oh. Something wrong with the camera? Look, the camera's frozen.
Notification gang. Ransom Garage.
The camera's frozen on the camera right now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe give that camera a little
off
reset.
on. Yeah.
Sup?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen it frozen on the camera. Unless there's something in front of the lens.
Which
I was going to F this whole stream. What's up, boys? We're kind of blanked out right now, but
yeah, give us some
hang tight.
memento.
Look at my app trying to
What's that
tell me
thing
to practice
saying?
my Polish.
Oh boy,
Let's disconnect that power. You know what? Go ahead and disconnect the power.
it's never done that before. This has never happened to me before.
I swear to God, it's the first time.
Try to switch back to camera.
Yeah, just turn it off.
It is off.
What do you mean
Oh,
it's
that's
off?
off right now? Oh, wow. That might be a real pickle.
P-Coots, what's up? We're just trying to fix our camera. Welcome to the Revival Motoring blackout in honor of Joe Biden.
We might need to
Congratulations.
we might need to pull that power cord. Pull it on off.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
This might be going just through my laptop screen.
Yeah, just pull that one for now. We'll give it a few seconds. Yeah, that's hard boot.
We need that young Ben tech support right now.
Oh god. Yeah, it basically froze. With somebody in front of it.
Yeah, exactly right.
We're going back in.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it some juice.
Charlie Cam, what up?
We're back in.
Switch it on over to camera.
We're on the camera. I've got lights.
So this might be our only camera today. Our camera froze up. Oh, Corey's there.
We're live.
See you, Charlie Cam. Been real.
No memory card. That's good news.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the return of the Charlie Cam. Wow, how is that so washed out?
A lot of white.
Some greasy fingers on there.
You need an ND filter on that thing.
Oh, Charlie Cam. All right, it's going away. Thanks for talking us through that tech support. Young Ben was able to dial in and get us through it. Sup, Medium Performance. So we're here. We just did a little tour of Noah Sport. Okay. And we're back.
Yeah, we're here. That's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to take my mask off.
We've
I
made it
do
to a
need a
safe
ring light.
space.
I'm here to talk Tool.
Everybody excited for Tool Talk?
I'm in his other band. What's that one called? Sixpence None the Richer?
A Perfect Circle.
The Perfect Circle. Big show.
Maynard.
Pause the gaze of thunder to come here. Get a good one, boys. Tonga.
Oh boy,
We accept everybody, buddy.
Yeah, you're very special there, Mr. Baloney.
Kyle Corrigan, Hill Report. Kyle, this is the best day I've rode in probably 3 or 4 years. I'm probably not going to get into the podcast, but it was probably somehow 6 inches of new snow. Plus, they've gotten a ton over the past week. And they opened a bunch of trails that weren't open yet this season. So you were dealing with maybe on the sides of some of these trails, 20 inches of powder. It was nonsensical. A perfect circle jerk. And I fucked my knee up real bad, so that's gonna be beautiful. Turns out when you ollie a bunch of powder and then land with all your weight on your front foot, you fence post and front flip. So maybe next time.
Anybody watch what's that show? What's the fucking Jersey Shore?
No,
Anybody
no,
remember the
I
Jersey
have
Shore?
I have a little bit
I
of
only
respect for
watched
myself.
one clip, and it was when Vinny was like beating up the beat, and then he kicked down the door.
Okay.
I don't know. It was fucking.
man.
I like laughed way too hard at it.
There was
Rick V. Dub, shout! Thank you so much
A
for the
note-
Alleys.
a note in that show at some point, a very funny note. And I just see the thing that said Trump's note for Biden, and it was that note.
What was it?
It was basically a note telling one girl telling another girl that her boyfriend made out with two girls.
Yeah. The infamous note. Also, the
fucking
computer they
perfect.
typed that on was like from the prehistoric ages at the time. Yeah,
Green screen, and not the good one.
yeah. MS DOS.
Yeah, I think we're
Texas E36 garage. What's snow? I believe it's commonly referred to as cocaine in the streets.
it depends where you're from. Miami.
But up here, it's basically frozen rain, but fluffy. It's wonderful. It's why I live up here.
Makes everything so happy.
Yeah. Oh, where did?
Trying a new mic placement. I don't know how this is gonna work out though.
Down low like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can
I move? Yeah,
function. I feel
I
like
move my mic pretty often.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go take a leak quick before we start this thing. You know,
Okay.
Solid idea.
let the
There's-
people.
there's a leak in the boat.
You might have water in it.
No, it's not swelling. It's just feels like there's more bones in it.
Yeah, it's definitely ligament damage.
Just bone spurs.
Spurs. How's everybody doing in the chat? What's going on
Some
here?
calcium deposits.
Tony, you still there?
Yeah.
Make me some cups.
Oh yeah. We could use some more cups.
We need some tumblers, and I have a few ideas.
Tumblers.
Tumblers.
Yeah, my mom wants one, so
Perfect. Yeah, got our noise loaded.
all the different noises available.
Yep, bunch in there now. Yeah, we will be going live momentarily, or I mean, we are live, but we will be going real podcasts in a moment. Chuck's dragging his bad knee back to the table. Which Kyle? Oh.
On the fucking interwebs right there.
You sent him a picture when you were in the bathroom?
Yeah, that's why I was in there.
Tool episode. Gonna get real weird.
Maynard.
Josh, the photos on the wall are very nice.
Thank
Nice
you, buddy.
little improvement, right?
I like
Yeah.
it. A nice little touch, right?
I'm a big fan.
Adds a little
Jesus.
little something.
Yeah.
Little something something. I'll tell you one thing. The
Revival tumbler catch can. That's a great idea.
the hangers that came with those frames,
Yeah.
Yes.
best invention I've ever seen. in my
Hercules
life.
hooks. The ones like, yep.
No, they're these little. It's this little plastic disc that's almost cone shaped,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got 3 little pin nails sticking out of it. So, once you and it's got a little tab on the bottom, so you can hold the tab. Once you figure out where you're gonna hang your picture,
Yeah.
you just literally just tap the 3 pins
Yeah.
and it holds it there. So like there's no fuss, and you just tap it with a hammer and they all go in there. It's the best,
Dude,
hanging-
I had one of those when I get this this Obey poster framed.
Yep.
For my office, and they were like, "Here, you can go right in the drywall with this, and it'll hang it." And
Dude,
it's huge,
it's-
and it no problem.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
those are
Like,
really cool.
No messing around. I didn't have to fucking drill and tap and use another thing. It was just tap them in there, hangs those things perfect.
Yeah.
And those frames, I mean, it's actually plexi versus glass, so if they fall down, we're
Yeah.
good.
So when I summer in the company, I can sell that Obey piece and make it for a couple weeks. You know? Well, here we are. The boys of winter.
Yes. The boys of mild winter.
I like that the contrast on the table here, with you guys being all blacked
Black
out.
and yellow.
Yeah.
I'm over here like a fucking.
Daisy in a fucking field.
I wanna. Yeah. High vis day. Being flat. What up?
Safety man.
Corns. I like that.
That man's living freedom over there.
Is there some freedom going on?
in
Australia?
Australia.
Yeah.
They wide open?
I think
They're
so.
living, man.
Yeah, I think they're back
Good for you, man.
to life.
Talked to somebody in
Um,
LA today. Jesus.
Not
They're
so
not
much.
living.
Not so much.
No, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Just when you think America sucks, you hang out with a South African man all day, and it tells you they ban alcohol during the lockdowns. You're like, you know what? It's all right out here.
I wonder what their rate of alcoholism is over there.
It's probably lower after they ban it, and those people just disappear. It's
Or-
fucking crazy.
Or it gets a lot higher because people realize how addicted.
Time for
they
toilet
might be.
hooch.
Yeah.
They make that
Toilet
fucking-
hooch.
Toilet hooch.
That prison sauce.
That's next week's episode. I'm going to teach everybody how to make toilet hooch.
Toilet hooch.
Look at that. The toilet's close.
Want to get rolling?
Let's get at it.
Welcome, everybody. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
Holla.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
On this week's episode, we are diving into our tools and yours. Tool talk.
Sure are.
All the above.
Diving into tools.
Lots of tool talk. Tools in your garage, maybe in your bedroom. But first, this episode is brought to you by...
Don't be vulgar, Josh. Big holiday coming up, boys. And let's face it, we've all made mistakes, but nothing ruins Valentine's Day like weak dick game. But don't worry, there's an answer to make sure your dick game strong with Manscaped. Even if you can't bring the heat, nothing helps like the illusion of possible performance. Everyone knows nothing says this guy fucks like a well-groomed Johnson. Whether it's your wife for 20 years or a swipe white fling, make sure you put your best foot forward in 2021 with the preconceived possibility of performance. The Perfect Package 3.0 is the ultimate tool for pre-game shock and awe. Take some liberties, throw a little misdirection in the mix by adding a heart to your rooming design. Maybe your favorite sports team logo. Did I mention Manscaped are the originators of men's perceived length? Need a little more backup? Hit that special lady or man piece with Manscaped Refined Colagna, the easy way to stay smelling tough and tuxedo fancy. With all this backup, you'll be sure to be the Bermuda Triangle of adult performance, providing 2 hours of fly time in 30 seconds. Remember, you don't have to really perform if you really look like you're going to perform. Manscaped.
That was like perfectly curated for me. Yeah. Yeah.
I think we all have similar destinies.
Yeah.
It's not what you can... No, what is it? What is it? It's not what the truth is. It's what you can prove.
I believe the great Johnny Hart once said, not for a good time, not a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And obviously, if you use the code REVIVAL at checkout,
Use
you're
code
getting
Revival.
20% off.
REVIVAL at checkout at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping.
Plus free shipping. So rescue your Valentine's Day today with the perception of perceived performance.
And we got the refined collagen at the end.
Do we have some refined over
We
here?
got some refined there.
I'm going to give it a little rip, you know?
Give it a little spritz.
Give us a rip.
Give the room a scent.
Is that a smooth finish? A woodsy smooth finish?
A modern statement of refinement and masculinity. This clean and manly scent will inspire the confidence to conquer all.
It does smell nice and clean.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a cologne guy at all, but I did keep this, and I use it not every day, but, you know, when I'm feeling a little special.
Right.
I want to wake up on the right side of the bed.
Exactly. Hey, that's the only side to wake up on.
So, if you're interested in, stepping your game up and smelling fresh, visit manscaped.com. Use code REVIVAL, REVIVAL, at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. This episode is also brought to you by us. Do us a favor. Go check out, watch, like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel because it does actually help us.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Between all of our podcasts, videos, and print magazine, we produce content on a weekly basis, and we're able to do that because of your support. So visit the webpage and support the fight for freedom, bald eagles, and polished knobs. Speaking of knobs, now it failed. Of course, when we need it, it's not there. The Circle Jerks podcast
Yes.
has been recorded, and it is out and it is live.
It is
on
gone
Spotify.
live, yes.
It's live on Spotify. So if anybody out there is listening now, do yourself a favor. Go. Oh, that's why I fucked it up. I knew that was my fault.
Oh man, so we don't know if the iPad's working or
I
not.
think it might be working. We'll have to sit on it again. But go to Spotify, look up Circle Jerks Podcast, where you can follow that and have a listen. Within the next few days, it's going to pop up on Google and on iTunes as well. So be sure to check out Circle Jerks Podcast, Topics Under the Stairs, Talking Motorcycles, and of course the Revival Motoring Podcast.
The network continues.
Very, very much. Hey, just trying to fake that growth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly.
We're 4 strong right now.
Story of life. Just trying to fake that growth, like a nice set of stilts. 4 strong.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good foundation.
But that's excellent. Those guys are talking about the Carnas.
The Carnas. Yes.
I'm excited about that.
Carnasta.
It's all about
Nice.
turning left.
Turn left.
Big left turn, guys. Those
fast.
guys. Very excited.
Go fast. Turn left. Magic man. I can't walk. I'm paralyzed. You have a knife in your leg.
Literally how I feel right now.
Yeah.
With that said,
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
I have a bunch of callbacks.
Let's hear them.
First and foremost, the first one, shouts to our friend Strobel. Strobel is a good friend of ours, been a long-time friend. Helped us out, matter of fact, because of him, we got to mess around with the Taycan.
He had an awesome episode on Talking Motorcycles with
While
Tom.
He really
back.
did.
Yeah, so he unfortunately had a bit of a mix-up, if you will.
Oh,
We won't get
whoopsie.
into things, but he's going to be laid up for a little bit. So shouts to Strobel, heal up, and hopefully we see you soon, man.
Send him some love.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Another call back from me. Shouts to Buggy Will.
Buggy Will out in California.
Buggy Will.
My
Buggy
fucking man
Will.
with the GTO.
Happy birthday to him.
Oh, big happy birthday.
We also heard that he was obviously a fan of the show, and that he recently got into a bit of a fender bender as well. Or not as well, but a fender bender. So glad you are okay. Happy birthday, and thank you for the support.
Yeah, also move over for tow truck drivers. You know what's sad is like he'll post on his story he's got to go to another thing because the tow truck driver got hit.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
move the fuck over.
Yeah.
Move over. Just
Yeah,
move
it's
yeah,
over.
very
I always
simple.
do, man.
Yeah, he is a tow truck guy, and he's actually sent me some pretty crazy photos I've shared with you guys of where he's picked cars up from.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, awesome guy. It's cool to kind of talk with him once in a while. He's got a GTO that I'm a big fan of.
So shouts to Buggy Will. Let's see. Oh, I got to go back to my phone for a moment. But also shouts to Perfect 7.
Perfect
He
7.
was the first one of many, and I mean many, who shared the grocery store gas station with a bowling alley.
Was he the first one?
To share it to me
Big
anyway.
shout.
But,
Big shout to the
yeah,
150 people that shared with me as well.
I told every single one I want to go there, which
Yeah.
I do. I do want to go
We're going to
there.
go there.
genuinely.
We're
Where
gonna
is, what state is it? Michigan?
Michigan.
How far is Michigan?
Detroit.
Yeah, but what kind of drive?
I think it's like 12
I
hours.
forgot. I think I looked it up. It was like 18 hours.
Listen,
I can't remember.
finger type member drove there to buy his E28 M5 and drove back with his wife same day. We can make it there.
Yeah, we can definitely make it there.
That
Maybe
is
he'll
true.
drive us.
Probably not, but
Trying to drive an unregistered van.
13 and a half hours.
What did I say? 12?
That's
Yeah.
to the
God damn it.
13 and a
good.
half to the tip. Might be depending upon where this is.
Nah,
Detroit.
that's going to be a wrong number. 13 and a half to tip sounds long.
yeah.
That sounds unnatural.
Yeah, that's something else. That's
We're going centimeter?
this is going to be metric.
It's inflation. Completely lost my train of thought. Let me look up that last one if somebody else wants to fill
I'll
in
just
while
fill
I'm
the
doing
blank
it.
space.
That's perfect.
You had any callbacks?
Yeah, so we did a donut meet this weekend.
Yes.
It was an impromptu donut meet because I was effing around in my garage on Saturday. And I was like, it's warm, it's nice. I want to take the car out. Went for a little ride. I was like, we should do a donut meet tomorrow morning, even though it's not going to be warm. Certainly wasn't. Was very cold. But thanks to everybody that came out, brought some donuts. A giant shout to Rick V-Dub for bringing so many Alley's donuts. I swear to God, I woke up that morning. I was like, I wish I could go to Alley's, but there's no way I can make this happen.
Rick V-Dub always comes through.
And I checked my messages, and Rick's like, I'm thinking of hitting Alley's on the way. And I was like, oh, God bless you. He's my personal Jesus. So big shout to Rick. Thanks for everybody who came out. We had a bunch of little cars. Dave Baker came with his minis and mini friends.
Yep.
We had another mirror come out, which was awesome.
Yep.
What do we had? We had a K truck. We had two K trucks.
2K. Yep.
I mean, And then we had a bunch of cool stuff show up. Sean showed up with his M3, which is always nice to see.
Yep.
We're going to have more of these. We're definitely going to warn you about them in the future next time. But this was kind of just like, hey, let's make this happen. We still are under martial law, so we can't. Well, we're still under something, so we can't really have big, huge things. But we'll drop it. We tend to put them. They come up pretty quick, so we just throw them on the Instagram. Honestly, instead of warning you on this thing.
Exactly, and as things slowly begin to loosen up, if you will, we hope anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give more and more time. Ample time will be.
100%.
Will be out there because
we once Corn Pop really solidifies his office and gets his country back together.
Corn Pop. Once
he's a pretty bad dude.
Once we're on the right track, we will give ample time because we generally enjoy filling the lot. We want to fill the lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we never want to fill the lot.
Yeah.
13 tip to tip.
13 and a half, right?
Jesus.
Not natural.
Like I said, you just slap it on the counter a few times.
Oh my God.
Moving along.
Remember people used to watch us live?
As you can see, we're fired up.
Yeah, we're fired up
We're
already.
fired up. That refined cologne is in the air. That's what happens.
It hits different.
It does. Also,
Got me all revved up over here.
Also, shouts to Sasquatch 16 Valve just for an Instagram message and suggestion. Had a good idea of something I was kind of thinking of anyway. He just certainly reassured it. So
he told you to go fuck yourself. I guess so.
Yeah, well, you're right. Kind of an asshole, aren't you? No. Jesus, I'm all fucked up. Shouts to him. Yeah.
Do you have a sip of beer?
Yeah, did you do beer?
No,
you did beer tonight, didn't you?
I really didn't.
You can't hide it from us, buddy. We've known each other 130 something episodes.
I had a bush latte the other day.
There it is.
With the boys.
Still
Maybe
in.
that's still lingering.
Still in.
When the jerks were in here trying to learn how to podcast, we started things off by tapping the Rockies with a bush light.
You gotta tap the Rockies.
So those are all my callbacks for now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got all sorts of callbacks going on. First off, I got an event coming up. I'm going to skip all over the place. Next Tuesday is Revival Hill Night at Crotchet Mountain in New Hampshire.
What's that
Hill
date?
Night?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crotchet Mountain, a.k.a. The Crotch.
Yeah.
And that is this coming Tuesday.
So that would be, where the fuck are we? That would be the 26th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come ride the lightning with the Night Boys of Revival Motoring. Just me, but Jingles is going to be there. We got a whole crew coming up. I think I just got Plastic Avenger to show. So, yeah, I'm putting the call out. You want to come ride with the boys of Revival? By that, I mean just me and some people you might have heard of on this thing. We're going to be riding Crotchet, a.k.a. The Crotch, Bennington, New Hampshire. They're open till 9 p.m. We're going to go nuts if my knee heals.
What time are you going to start? 9 a.m.?
I'm probably going to be, honestly, there around 2 or 3 o'clock to start. I think that a lot of the boys are coming after work, so we'll see like a 5 o'clock arrival time.
Yeah, some dusk. What do they call? What are they?
Night skiing?
Tricks? What
Night
do you guys
rider.
call it? The waves, riding the waves?
Yeah, we're riding the silky snow wave.
The pow.
at dusk.
The pow.
The
That's
pow.
What it is.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
what
be
it is.
riding the pow. Pray for pow.
Some dusk pow.
Yeah, so it's Jingles and I ran it last year. It was a ton of fun. It's got the fastest lift like in the country. It's like a 4-minute transit to the top because the mountain's not very big, but it's still fast as shit. And you just do laps all day.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like lifts to begin with.
Yeah, you're going to
One
love
that's
this.
fast.
It gets better and better.
Mixing a couple things. It's one of those things. Well, do I teeter? Am I going to hit the ground harder, or am I less likely?
Nah, it slows down when you get to the top, kind of. Bumping chairs, baby. So, yeah, that's going on. Jingles told me to put the call out. People have been asking, when's Revival doing Hill Night? There it is.
There you go, yeah.
This coming Tuesday, Hill Night, Crotchet. I don't know how you buy a pass. I got a season pass. I'm already signed up. But I think you could just go on their website and maybe I think you can just buy a night pass. As I said, they're open until 9.
Is this just a one night thing that they stay open this late?
No, they're always open until 9. This is the earliest they close.
Oh wow, okay.
They do midnight runs.
Midnight runs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jingles like tutored the kid that runs a lift in high school, so we'll probably have the bait run until 11 p.m.
The only time I ever went snowboarding was at Black Mountain for a midnight run. First time ever.
Not again, not anymore, buddy. Let's do a midnight run up here.
It was ice. I went through like 3 pairs of gloves.
Yep. It sounds like an exciting experience.
That's
but how about that being surrounded by your friends at the Revival Motoring Podcast?
I would just die. I would literally just
probably.
die.
Yeah,
I
probably
wouldn't.
die. They haven't had a good snow year yet.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's happening. So please, even if you don't come, I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be great. We'll probably go get Chinese food after. It's gonna be a ripper.
It could just be a one-on-one.
And it's New Hampshire, so it's a free state. If you're in any of the local states, New Hampshire lets all the New England guys in to go riding. So let's make that happen. I'm gonna stay on the hill for a second. Took my car up to an undisclosed hill today. It was certainly the best day of riding I've done in years. However, I pulled in the parking lot real fast, but I saw a nice opening. Turns out it was a lot of snow. Snow tires don't help you from a stop in a rear-wheel drive car. So my buddies that came with me had to push me out of the parking lot today. At one point, my friend was like, just turn the traction control off. I'm like, you don't want to do that, but I'm gonna. And it was literally, it blew through all the snow and was just smoking tires.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I know where to park now.
Beached.
At some point, some guy was like, hey, man, can you move over a little bit so I can park there? I was like, I'm not going to lie to you, dog. This car's not going to move. Like, I'm going to deal with this in 5 hours.
Yeah.
So, and he offered me a shovel. What a dude.
I'm gonna deal with this when it's all ice.
Yeah, exactly. Once the ice is up nice. So, yeah, that was fun. What else do I got going on? Revival Hill Night. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go on a little trip
Trip down memory lane.
to the land of Yahoo Auctions Japan. Japan. Actually, I didn't want to get involved with Yahoo Auctions Japan, except that I now have a Yahoo Auctions Japan problem thanks to Ransom Pete.
Yeah.
I found some cool stuff on there, which I now own. I constantly go on there and just look at parts for Japanese cars. I'm like, oh, that'd be nice.
Like little stuff you're talking.
I mean, 14-inch.
13 and a half.
No, I mean, yeah, most of the stuff is like, I'm going to finally right my wrong and get the right washer bottle
Yes,
thing.
I've been waiting.
Wait till that package
an
comes
update.
in. I get the thing to hold the back tailgate from falling down on my truck. It's like little crap. I got hilarious rugs for my mirror. It just ruined our next YouTube video. And then, so the problem is I'm looking for wheels for my, whatever that thing's called, mirror.
Yeah.
Not wheels, tires for the wheels I have. And it came with tires, and they're a size that just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They're 165, 55, 14. They don't exist in sticky. I got some Goodyear Eagles on them. Like, this has to happen somewhere. So I go on Kruber, which is like an easy Yahoo Auctions Japan. Yahoo Auctions Japan. I'm finding just like shit, like old stuff. So there's a company called Bai with is what allows you to buy from Yahoo Auctions Japan. They have a warehouse in Japan. It ships there. They can consolidate packages. Also a bad move doing that right now. But if you go to Bai's website, they'll let you go to other websites, including Yahoo Marketplace Japan, and you can buy tires on Yahoo Marketplace Japan, no problem.
Oh boy.
So if you're looking for, like, I found tires that fit Corey's car, like sticky icky little tires.
Yeah.
Like, what do we find? 165, 55, 15s, right?
Yeah.
RE71Rs. And they're not cheap, but they're not crazy. I mean, for my car, they're $100, and the tires that are on it now are 50 each. I mean, they're little, but Jesus.
Yeah.
And just driving that car around with sticky tires on it, we had a little bit of a warm Saturday. It's a riot, man. It really is. It's awesome.
Can you feel just added grip?
Yeah,
It
I'm
just
running
feels-
Verdestin like snow tires usually, so yeah, I can definitely feel the added grip.
Not really
It's
pushing
like
it.
you
rolling
gotta-
on marshmallows.
You got to remember my winter wheels are made out of old Christmas ornaments, so very light, but a little wobbly, little wiggly wobbly. So yeah, you can grab that stuff out of there. It's unbelievable. So, use Zen Market from Japan. Okay, Sam Smith. Good looking out, man. Hit me up on the gram. I got to make that happen.
Bai charges a heck load and will refuse to ship you some items after you buy them.
That would stink.
That
Yeah,
would-
that'd be
would
a
stink.
huge bummer.
Definitely not.
Not
be good.
about that at all. So anyways, big shouts. I'm going to go look in the Zen Market, see what we got over there. But
Get into even more trouble.
if you're looking for weird tires, man, they got them in Japan. I mean, they still make Ks. And
Yeah.
they're not doing massive wheels because they're not massive cars. They're limited, so and
Right.
people are still running them. I mean, if I wanted to buy a whole nother interior for that car, I can just grab it on there. It's crazy.
Would you say people are a bit more sensible over there?
I think so. I mean, the thing is, I can see how you could buy a container, fill it with shit, ship it here, and make a year's worth of salary off it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're paying a flat rate to ship a container, you're not shipping anything that you can't bring over, like full cars.
Right. Like hanging cars upside down.
Yeah. Then you could just make a bunch of cash. I mean, I look at the wheels, the tires, all that stuff I got is just like, if I tried to buy it from like an Instagram guy that sells that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can get it. It's in the country, but like a lot of those dudes are in California. So honestly, some of the shipping prices, maybe it's 50% more to get it shipped directly from Japan, but you're paying
You're gonna save.
way, way less for the item.
Yeah, save that on the
So it's
cost itself.
But I could see if you could set up a shipping consolidation in Japan and just pack some containers, which is what a lot of these guys do. Yeah, it's easy money, man. Even if some of your stuff turns out total shit, like you'll be able to make tons of bank.
Yeah, turn it around.
So there's a little business idea for y'all.
There we go. We should get containers. We got the room.
We could get containers.
Yeah.
We could do that. Cancel that. Doesn't sound like a good idea for anyone.
Terrible idea. Forget the last 5 minutes of the
Yeah,
podcast.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, Jesus, I didn't even know I thought about
You
that.
lose
Never
so
do
much
that.
money.
Jesus, get Young and Ben to unload them.
What else for callbacks? Anything?
Revival Crotch at Night. Don't forget. No, I got some deep thoughts.
Okay. We don't have sound for that.
Deep thoughts.
Now we do.
We've been talking about it, and you talked about it recently in the last podcast. I believe the K wave that's coming, or the key wave.
How is it pronounced?
I don't
was thinking
fucking
that
know.
the other day.
I just say key car, so key.
Car.
I say K.
Kai. K.
Key Kai. Either
Kai
way,
car.
the wave's
I thought
coming.
it was Kai car.
So obviously we get a couple cars in now. We're
Yep.
gonna try to do a little Formula K stuff once it's possible.
Yep.
It's gonna be more autocrossy. It's gonna be hilarious. But it's coming, man, because I can, and this is that freight consolidation we're just talking about. There's so many people buying these things, and there's no place to get parts in America.
Yeah.
Like you could fill a container with these tires
Yeah. And
and
right.
bring them here and be
Yeah.
like, well, I'm now that there's nobody doing that.
Yeah, there's no one here selling
So
them.
there's another idea
Until
that
now,
that
Revival
will work.
Motoring trailer tire.
Dude, you could
.com.
100% just buy RE71Rs in K sizes and sell them to everybody. They're not DOT though, so they have to be racing use only.
Ooh.
But RE71s are I don't know if they do it by size. But anyways,
Yeah.
you could still sell them. We know plenty of people selling
Who
stuff
just
that
run 'em,
should not
right.
be on the road.
Right.
That's why we're not doing it. But the parts market and the info is where my Skyline was when I first got it.
Yeah.
Like
that's
to
true.
get stuff, I had to order some stuff like the blower motor for my car or the blend door actuator. I had to order that from Japan. Now you can get it anywhere.
Yep.
A lot of you could find only Australian forums on stuff, and it's even harder to find Australian forums on K cars and stuff. They're not as pushed, but a lot of that is coming to light now. Like there's a lot more parts for the GTR. There's a lot more parts for some of the higher dollar import cars. The GPR being the one that didn't come here.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the K is going. I think within a year it's going to be way easier to own one of these things.
Yeah.
There'll be more people consolidating, bringing freight in, and having reasonable prices. Because honestly, there's no place to buy the size tire. None. So giving up possible legal trouble of bringing those in, you could sell those tires all day long for... I got to see if Beats and everything have the same tire size.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's going to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beats and Cappuccino should
It
be
should all be
14
pretty-
right
So
around
yeah,
there.
you just... I mean, there's literally no place to get that stuff. So I think it's going to come. I think it's going to be easier to own. I think if you really want to get into this, it might be... You might want to... You benefit from getting into it in the next 6 months because I think their prices are going to go up.
Right.
I do think...
There'll be certain cars too. Obviously, with year changes and things like that, there's stuff that wasn't available 2 months ago.
Yeah, and I think you're going to end up with... I think it's going to be really popular because they are a good, cheap car that's easy to wrench on yourself.
They're fun, different.
And they're like $5,000.
I was going to say fairly inexpensive.
Like, what kind of ratty car are you going to buy for $5,000 in the States?
And have the same impact. So you could buy an M3.
Could buy an M3.
Yeah.
But that's a real car with real money issues. I mean, I
Right,
can buy a
right,
whole
right.
engine for my mirror for like $400.
Right. So that's the thing. It's a tinker around car.
It's an amazing second car.
It's an impactful car. Everybody fucking loves it.
You can take it to any meet you want.
Yeah.
Everywhere you drive, people talk to you, which is a plus and a minus.
Yeah,
It's both
good
a
or
curse
bad.
and a blessing. And
just like 13
it's just
inches.
and it's tiny. You know, and we talked about this. It only counts as a quarter of a car.
It's true.
But if you don't have a ton of room, you can even like a slightly oversized one car, you can slam this thing in the back corner.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's coming. Ton of fun. So I'm excited for it to come. But I think there's opportunities along with that.
Even the trucks, the vans.
The trucks are way beyond where they were when I got mine.
And they could legit like their utility use too. Like you can have one that's you can do shit with and still have fun with it.
I can't express enough how much I use my truck for utility stuff.
Yeah.
And just drag shit around in it.
Yeah.
It's just a shitty old Honda pickup truck.
Your
It's
wife
wonderful.
takes it out to just do like.
Yeah, she goes to like the farm in it, like the garden place in it. Like she likes driving it, and it's easy, and it's having a pickup truck without having a boat-sized vehicle that has to hang out at my house.
Right.
Like I can park it in my carport and still like I get all firewood. I heat my house with wood. I can still get on the side of it and bring a bunch of wood in the house. Like it's brilliant.
And it doesn't cost $75,000.
No.
Yeah.
No, and even like, what are you going to get used for a $5,000 American pickup truck? You're going to get a piece of shit F-150.
Oh, terrible. Yeah.
I don't
And you
even
can,
know.
don't make, if that's your bag, that's your bag, but it's still huge.
Yeah.
The bed gives you no more room. It's, unless you get an 8-footer. But I don't know.
A lot more problems.
I live in the fucking woods, and I was the only guy in my neighborhood without a pickup truck. Now I'm the only guy with a real truck.
Between that and the Razor, you got like half a car.
Yeah, and obviously, big shout to, the Razor's bigger than it. Big shout to Jesse, who just put a plow on his.
Oh, I saw that. Looks really good.
It does look good.
So I'm going to do some content down the line of how to unbend a frame
Coming soon.
on a K truck.
Does that need anti-rotation to prevent it from flipping over frontwards?
Oh, it's going to need more than that. That's going to need a lot of anti. But yeah, he got that all hooked up. It looks awesome.
Does it work the same way the one in the
It's
the
electric.
Polaris works?
It's an electric actuated lift. That's why it has that like rhino horn on it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need a winch.
Okay.
Which, I don't know. Electric stuff's so crazy now. It's probably better.
Yeah.
I'd guess. But it was he got like a slamming deal on the thing because it showed up bent or something somewhere. So
the plow or the car?
The plow.
Oh.
The car's about to show up bent.
Yeah.
But like Jesse's just the king of like, hey, I got 12 lifts to sell for no money if you can move them. So like he always gets to the deal. So big shout to him. But I think a K's a great, if you're looking for a fun project that just bullshit around with, like you can bring one over for light money and probably sell it for exactly the same amount of money when you're done with it. Learn how to wrench on it. In the parts, like I was always worried about parts for it, especially the mirror because it's weird. And you go on this Yahoo Auctions Japan and you're just like, oh, never mind. I can get all the parts for it. I can get the tires for it. I was like, oh, whatever a strut blows, no problem. I'll have it in. I mean, I got some wheels over here from Japan in one day.
That was wild. The wheels
shipped
getting
it
here
on
in
a
one
Thursday,
day.
show up on a Friday.
Yeah, that's quite crazy.
It's nonsensical.
Yeah.
I mean, overnight parts from Japan, we've all heard about it, never experienced
This
it.
is actually reality.
And the shipping wasn't even that crazy, which is like, it's not like you're paying for that kind of service.
The shipping was expensive until they showed up in one day, and I was like, okay.
Well, that's my point. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like,
Fair enough.
if you tell me, we talked about this at work, if it takes 2 or 3 weeks, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I paid all this money to ship it in 2 or 3 weeks. I ship it on a Thursday, shows up on a Friday. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't even bother me.
Shouts to Texas E36 Garage. She said, what? My F-250 is only 19 and a half feet long.
Jesus, 19 and a half feet.
I think that's MCV length, right? What was MCV?
No, we could never get a clear answer from Ben. We're still waiting.
Yeah, he didn't have enough fingers. So over 10.
He's still trying to figure it out.
I think my little truck could fit in the cab of that thing.
Cab?
If it's a crew cab
F-250
and you
crew
pulled
cab?
it in sideways, I think it would fit.
It probably would. Yeah, I think you'd be pretty close to that wheelbase.
If you kept the doors open, it'd definitely be fine.
100%. If it didn't have doors and you just rolled right in. Anything else for
One last deep thought.
deep callback thoughts?
And it also involves K-Car.
Yes.
Big shout to KD Designs in Rhode Island and Kyle, who's our boy.
Yep.
Obviously, when I got it, he helped me out with the stereo on that thing.
Yep.
We
Boom sauce.
we pumped for show while we were at the meet. Everybody understands now.
Brown note.
It's got the brown note capability. But I know we're all about race cars and lightweight, but goddamn, it's so wonderful to have a good stereo in one of these things.
Yeah.
Like, I look at the mirror now, and it's like, it has decent wheels and tires on it, a stereo and air conditioning. Like, this is, and it still
It's
weighs,
a real car.
and it still weighs 1,500 pounds.
It really, so that was my big thing.
Like, if
with
Wolfsguard happens, I'm driving that up.
that was my big thing with the wheels on it. I'm like, holy shit, the wheels just made it like a real car.
It changed
just
that
turns it
thing
into a real
entirely.
car. Yeah.
We put them on. I was with shout to Dan,
Shout stand down.
At Banch, who else was at Banch that day? Jesus, Tim was there. Like the whole crew was at Banchworks.
Yeah.
And we put those things on, and it was just like, holy shit. This
fit
doesn't make
perfect.
sense.
It
Like
just
I wanted to
works.
use it for vlog stuff, and I got them that day, which I didn't expect. I was like, fuck it, I'm just putting these things on now.
Yeah, it just works.
And yeah, it was fucking something.
Quite solid.
So yeah, it's the whole thing, man. I mean, I haven't got to use the AC. Pete tells me it works, so it works. But it's so nice to have a nice stereo in one of those things. Like it's gonna get me to put stereos in everything. Besides the M3, because I'm, not a skirt, but stereo's great, man.
You can get a nice little OEM VDO looking Bluetooth stereo for that now. Super cool, actually.
No, nothing to do with that.
At Race German.
Race German?
Oh, the Race German one, I saw that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that thing's really cool.
But that's not going in.
Keep debating getting one of those for mine.
I gotta look at that. What is Race German?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
But I'm putting a screen in the GTR. GTR's going iced out. We're getting iced out on
Does it
that
have?
thing.
Is there level up? You gonna go level up?
We leveling up.
Okay.
Danger to the manifold type shit.
Tesla screen. Want to cue the boys?
Yeah, cue him.
News.
The news.
The news. Volkswagen has made a new Harlequin.
Have they really?
Yep. But it's not production. It's just a one-off, and is of the newest Polo.
Oh, I saw a picture of that. It looks cool.
It actually looks very, very cool.
Yeah.
I
I appreciate how they use the original colors
was
as
going to
well.
say original color scheme, because at one point when they came back with the Rabbit, the Mark V Rabbit, didn't they not produce, but they hinted, like in some commercials and shit like that, they put a Harlequin, but it was of like gray, white, black.
I
don't know
think
if
so.
You remember that?
I vaguely remember it. I know
Yeah.
there's a dealership local to us, Scott. They do like as their like not service vehicle, but like their runaround vehicle.
Oh yeah, they do the Harlequins.
They usually make it a Harlequin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. With that production model colors?
No, with
Or with
the OG.
actual- oh, no
yeah,
kidding.
the OG
Okay, that's
colors. Yeah,
awesome.
because it was oh Jesus, let's see. Was it a van recently or
Yeah, it was something not golf.
yeah?
They had a bug for a while, I think, a
That's what
Harlequin
I'm thinking
bug,
about,
and I
yeah.
think they did do a Harlequin van. But yeah, that's I don't know, Harlequin's just all time always cool. So
Shouts to Jock and Jake B, who made his own. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't even.
What the?
what happened?
We'll have to talk off mic about that.
Yeah. So Jock and Jake B made his
I always
own
forget that
Mark
stuff.
IV Harlequin years ago.
When you say let's talk off mic, I always get the end. I was like
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to the podcast today.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, there was something I forgot.
Yeah.
You made a loud
no,
design I didn't get to see.
This one.
Oh,
one.
that's
I'll
right. The
leave
loud
this up.
design.
Loud design.
Yeah, you said you made a loud design.
Yeah, so loud it gave you a headache.
Oh Jesus, you're right. Yeah.
And you said we're gonna talk about that after, and then now here you go again. Talk about something after. Make a
That's
little
true.
note.
I have it on my phone. All right.
Jesus, let's make a note
I'll
here.
leave this up. I'll leave the thing because that'll remind me.
Where'd it come up? Should I just look at your screen?
No, it wouldn't be obvious. Yeah, we'd have to. Once I said it, you'd be like, "Oh, hot damn,
Oh yeah, I'll just go fuck myself though.
mother."
That's fine.
no,
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Mother of fucks.
But yeah, so it's cool. I wish they would maybe. I think it's way too much of a risk for them to do something like that now.
Absolutely.
You know, if you look at just the numbers of when they produced the Polo Harlequin,
Yep.
back in the day, I mean, it was like 3,400 cars were made compared to like the 300 and change that were made here for the Golf Harlequin.
Yep.
I don't know the exact
31
numbers.
for that. The Polo Harlequin ended up selling 3,100 units
Yeah,
in 4 color schemes.
yeah, because they just switch off the base colors.
Yeah.
And then the U.S. Golf.
Golf was the Harlequin also briefly made their way to North America, where a run of some 264
Oh, okay.
Golf Harlequins were sold. We're going to hear more about the Harlequin moving forward because we have a buddy, Kyle, who's jerking and gherkin on the Circle Jerks podcast, who's piecing one together.
Piecing one together is a
He
good way to put it.
Just like the Johnny Cash song. He
Yeah.
builds it one piece at a time. Yeah.
I respect that.
Yep.
But yeah, that was cool to see. But I don't, but I think you had a good point. You could make one of modern day, their
be cool.
scheme of grays and blacks.
Yeah, because I vaguely remember because it was like to the point where me and whoever, I can't remember who it was, but like we're nerding out, pausing the video and being like, holy shit, there's a fucking multicolored rabbit. And it's just like, are they going to do it or, whatever. Never came to fruition, but and maybe there's a story behind it.
It's a good marketing piece.
Know. Yeah.
It's like how every time BMW puts out a small sports car, it's just like, let's roll out the E30 M3 again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Let's put it on the side of it.
Yeah, put it right next to it.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is like an ugly version of it.
This is just the bigger, bulkier, more expensive version.
Yeah, less capable still somehow.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I must have not paid much attention because it looks like I copy and pasted like
the same news?
The same news.
Just like over and over?
6 times.
You heard about the new Polo Harlequin?
Yeah.
I do have this. This is more of a, I don't know. Oh, shit. I have a public service announcement that I need to make.
Oh, no.
And here's another PSA as well. But apparently Tesla is clearing out Model S and X inventory ahead of a refresh.
So that.
If you are in the market or have been debating moving on to Tesla, maybe now's your chance.
Listen, I like Tesla as much as the next guy, but I wouldn't buy a Model S or X because of the center entertainment system has had some issues here and there.
What was the thing the other day? There was a big one.
No, there's one that just shut off randomly, but
that's what it was.
I don't know. That's what I'd be worried about. The Model 3 is kind of the way everything's going, I think. So,
Yep.
But if you can get an S at a price, I mean, they're expensive as hell cars. So that's why you look at the used S's and some of them are 3 prices, but then you're like, yeah, but the tech in the S, it's
Right.
technology. That's why I want to lease one.
Right.
Not
That's
own
a
one.
very good point. Yeah. Yeah. It's a phone. Right. It could, could be a certain fruit-based phone that miraculously, when they come out with another one, yours stops working.
Turns out your battery runs out.
Just happens to happen.
Kia.
My other PSA, we're going to take a little, it's going to be a nature PSA.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Boys, last Sunday, after our donut meet,
Yes.
went back home, wife and I decided to go for a walk.
Okay.
Lovely, right? Where
You tell me.
We're just walking, and we're on the coast, if you will. And
In the beige?
in the beige,
Oh, boy.
yeah, we spot some,
Whales?
not some whales, not some
Whaling vessels?
not some naked homeless people in the woods,
Strange.
but some seagulls. One
Mhm.
seagull in particular was picking up a quahog,
Mm-hmm.
bringing it about, I don't know, 3 or 4 stories up in the air,
Yep.
and dropping it down onto the rocks.
Yeah, that's how they break them.
Repeatedly, because he was trying to break it and eat it. And we watched him do this, and he finally broke it and ate it.
You should have taken
Great.
it from them.
Great.
Eat it.
Wonderful. He got his quahog. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Nature.
Nature.
We
Sounds like some Planet Earth type shit.
continue on our walk.
This is why you want that cinema camera?
This
you
is-
son of a
This is
bitch.
exactly it. Just
Baby, you know it'd be great if Joshy had a 16K cinema camera.
so I can record
video this thing.
iguanas. So we finish the trail. We come back the other way. And now, I mean, my head's on a swivel anyway. I'm in New Bedford.
Right.
So my head's on a swivel, and I'm watching this bird.
Watching your 6? Your wife watching your 6?
Watching this seagull
Yeah.
as he's going by us. And he turns around. And I'm watching him for the sole purpose of I don't want to get shit on.
Yes.
That was first priority.
That's good luck, though.
That was first.
It is good luck. You should try to get shit on.
That was, let's call it my night's watch.
I didn't
That
get
was-
shit
that
on
was-
last time I was in New Bedford. Somebody stabbed someone at the party.
That was first watch for me. So I'm looking up at this thing and I'm like, oh, he's got something in his mouth. Oh my God. It's heading right for us. Holy shit. He dropped a quahog out of the sky and it almost killed me and my wife and the other lady who was walking on the other side of the trail. It literally landed in the middle of all 3 of us.
How big is this quahog?
About a fist.
About a fist?
Yeah, maybe smaller than a
Did you
fist.
take it and throw it in the fucking ocean?
No, it shattered on the ground. It splattered.
Did you?
He dropped it from like
Yeah, but did you stomp on all the stuff he was gonna eat?
no, I just left it there.
How are you gonna be alpha male if you let that shit go?
It's true. I should have.
Jesus, next time you're on that trail, you get punched by this thing.
But my
I would have
point,
thrown that fucker into the ocean.
my point in my PSA with this is just fucking don't trust birds.
What's your 6?
Watch the birds, man.
They're not
Yeah.
real, man.
Yeah,
We
it's
know
true.
that. They're robots.
Robot birds carrying messages and dropping fucking.
There's
quahog.
cameras. They're all cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, man, that's
Just watch the
messed up.
birds.
You should have just stepped on. You should have just grinded the quahog into the ground. Did he come get it?
I don't know. He might have.
You knew he was coming. I mean, you had
Well,
this
no,
guy.
he left. He was.
You
gone.
could have put him in a fucking sleeper hold.
I should have waited.
Kid, I got in a sleeper hold. Call the Coast Guard.
should have waited in the brush.
Yeah.
When he was least expecting.
Exactly. Ghillie suit.
And pounced him.
Baby, go back home. Daddy's got something to deal with.
It's gonna take me.
We're having set the oven to 350. We're having seagull for dinner.
This could take me 13 days to 3 hours.
Yeah, this
I don't
guy's
know,
going.
But I'm gonna sit here and wait in my pee till I catch him.
What did the lady next to you do?
She was just like, I heard you say look out, and I had no idea what was happening. And she's like, that's the second time I almost got hit by something, by a bird. And I'm just like, well, I'm not fucking coming to this trail anymore.
Yeah, that's the end of this. You know what, Peter? We're not walking into Bedford anymore.
No, I forgot what
Even
she
the
said.
seagulls got attitudes out there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I went out there
Jesus.
trying to pick a fight.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Start shit. I'm just
What-
trying to walk down the trail with my wife.
Watch out for the sea rats. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, stay away from those
That's my
things.
brief PSA. Now I'm going to go find some more news.
Okay.
So new Audi RS3.
Yep.
Slight redesign. I saw some.
Did they fix the fenders?
There was camo photos of it, so I couldn't really tell.
No, they didn't.
20 more horsepower.
Yeah.
New all-wheel drive system, the same
Okay.
that the Golf R8 is getting. I
Yeah.
wrote Golf 8R. All the
Same.
same, right?
Yeah.
This is interesting. So it distributes torque, not just between the front and rear wheels, but also just to the rear wheels. Does that mean they could make the RS3 rear-wheel drive?
That would explain why it's a different.
Yeah,
System,
so
I
because
guess.
the
Yeah.
previous systems I thought were
Wait,
front wheel drive biased.
No, the Quattro could go more rear wheel drive, right?
Not that I remember.
Wasn't
I remember,
a Halidax system on the Golf? Is that what?
Yeah, I remember you could. I think the most you could go was 50-50
Okay.
with Halidex on, for instance,
Yeah, but that Quattro wasn't
Quattro,
like that.
a Quattro TT or even R32.
Yeah, but that was the same car.
Yeah. So I vaguely remember it being front wheel biased. Most you can go with a Halidex is 50-50 split.
Okay.
So this, maybe it's the opposite. It's rear wheel biased with front wheel help.
Doubt it. Is it a hatchback?
No.
Don't care. God damn
No,
it.
I know, I get it. Yeah, for sure. It's just, it's interesting. I don't know. It's like, if you could put a controller in the car, you could then turn your RS3 to a rear-wheel drive
It's a
car.
rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a great way to crash it.
Yeah.
My buddy who I was at the Hill with today from South Africa had a 1 Series M hatchback.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
That's a cool little car.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, that's
Yeah,
something.
that's
He's not a huge car guy, but he's like, yeah, it's a car I always wanted. My neighbor had it, used to watch his house for him all the time. He gave it to me for a deal.
Yeah, that's
he,
awesome.
He rode it till warranty ran up, and then off it went.
Josh has got it pulled up there. Not a hatchback.
No, not a hatch.
Some
still,
camo.
Still a sedan. If this is the green they're going with, wow, that's bright green.
I couldn't tell if that was just a wrap to protect the car,
Right, it very well could be.
but
yeah.
it looks like the camo really only covered the front and rear bumpers, side skirts, and like part of the fenders. So it seems like it's just kind of a new front and rear bumper.
Yeah. Geez, not going to debut till September of this year.
Ah, jeez.
But also, 20 more horsepower is like, all right, we've already seen what people can do with these things.
Right.
You didn't really redesign anything
gonna
to
say,
get 20 more
Yeah,
horsepower.
they just,
Audi's
give a
throwing it to
little-
the fans.
yeah,
little
you fucking
flash.
boop-de-doop-de-doop in the computer.
Yeah, it's like
For
BMW.
20 more.
Right.
Yeah, no, the new M3's got 30 more horsepower. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dynoed at 30 more horsepower. Yeah, well, now it
Yeah,
doesn't.
now at least we're admitting it.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's right
We
on
get the
money.
lawyers to clear it now.
That's well, here we
So
are.
I don't know. I'm interested to hear more about this all-wheel drive system because then that means if the new Mark 8 Golf R can be rear-wheel drive,
My- My guess is they're the same.
My
So-
guess
yeah.
is that they have now made the RS3 all drive system shittier.
shitty. Well, yeah, because you'd think Quattro's king with all-wheel drive systems for that community.
Unless that the RS3 never had like the Quattro setup and they had a Halidax system and now they both just have a better Halidax system.
It's a wonderful question.
Yeah.
It is. I'm
But-
sure Audi exclusive who's in the chat knows.
I was checking in to see what he was going to say.
Yeah.
Depends on which gen of Quattro TT. It doesn't really matter. We're talking about the RS3, so let's see if we can get any information out of
Yeah.
this man.
Yeah. Keeping up with the vag,
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen has officially killed the Golf in the United States.
The Golf
Golf in
base
general.
model Golf
base,
car.
right, yeah.
This is
yeah.
still a Golf R.
So there's still a Golf R and there's still a
the
Golf
GTI.
GTI.
Yep.
But that's all that's going to be here because the Taos Golf Tall
Tau.
is coming as a 2022 model year. So seems like we're going to have a bit of a gap in the Golf, but the GTI and Golf R will still be here.
Looks like Audi exclusives are the RS3s are a Haldex.
Oh, so that's just new. So it's new Halidex for both
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for
Well,
that information, my
We
friend.
can dive more into that.
So Volkswagen basically just lifted the Golf an inch,
I've
called it a Tau.
Yeah. Lift and maybe a little extension, change the front end a little bit.
Okay,
Tau.
taken.
Here we are.
Let's clad it up.
It's
Tau.
a micro CUV. It's like a very small car.
Right.
Because
Nice.
the Tiguan is not a big vehicle, and it's smaller than the Tiguan.
Yeah.
That's tiny.
So it's a small
I
vehicle.
think
like
we
a-
owned. Oh no, I owned whatever the Audi Tiguan is.
What is it, Q3?
Q3. Yeah, didn't it have a Q3.
I think the Q is.
Or was that a
Q
Q5?
Your in-laws?
Yeah.
There's Q3,
I think it was Q5.
Was that Q5? It's
think it was.
Q5. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Joe is the best.
What else do you have for news?
Well, boys, breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Tick, 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 tick. Toyota refiles a trademark for the Celica name.
Yes.
So,
pretty
boys,
good.
let's get ready for a mediocre sports car.
You think it's maybe mediocre?
I think it will be, yes, but I think the Celica wasn't always mediocre.
No.
But I think the last gen of the Celica was pretty mediocre.
About as mediocre as it gets, my friend.
And that's all the info that exists right now. I know the Celica started the Supra. The Celica did this incredible rally shit, and then it went to total meh.
Yeah.
And I think with them having a Supra, and they still have the MR2 name, I don't know what they're going to do with the Celica. They have a GT86. I mean, where's the
Right.
Celica going to go?
Or not even. Yeah.
and we have
it's
the
just
4-cylinder Supra now, too, right?
86, multiple variants of the Supra. There's going to be 4-cylinder Supra, Supra, or 4-cylinder Supra, normal Supra, and Super. we
And an
assume.
86 and a Celica.
The 86. Now
So
a
maybe they put
Celica.
they call
Maybe
the
the 6 gets
4-cylinder,
the old... What's that
the
number?
old shop
The old
gets
86?
86.
Yeah, the 86 gets the
86, the
yeah.
86.
Yeah.
Woo! That's why they call it the 86. That could be their marketing campaign. We 86'd it. No,
Well,
Celica.
and then if that's the case, then maybe well, you can't forget they're going to squeeze into GR Corolla.
I can't. I will never forget about the GR
Can't
Corolla.
forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's gonna
GR Corolla exists outside of sports cars. That is a
It's a hot hatch.
hot hatchback.
You know,
if
the
will.
Celica, if refiling for the name could just be protection to make sure nothing
Yeah.
else can be used for it.
Yes.
Could have just ran out.
Or it could be a clickbait title.
Because they could be doing the old Ford trick, which is they just hire a team of people to come up with designs all day and patent every single one of them.
just
Yeah.
in case. Yeah.
Like the conveyor belt rear seat
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conveyor
to get
belt,
Big
right,
Shorty in.
Right. And
Yeah, and somehow goat mode made it through it.
Oh, man, I caught an 800-pound tuna. Thank God for this conveyor belt rear seat.
Yeah.
big girls in the back raise up.
Raise up.
Yep. 800-pound tuna
That's the only reason I can think you'd need that.
Yeah.
out there.
Drag it in, boys. Winch her in. Don't worry, I got a conveyor belt instead of a back seat.
You're loading your 50-pound bags of mulch. You need help.
Exactly. 200 of them.
Uh,
Also, you'll probably be as excited as I am for this. Mercedes is introducing the new IGA in Europe, the EGA.
Uga?
IGA
Ega.
comes with Dayton's and white walls, apparently. If you look at the press photos, it looks like it's got Dayton's on it. It looks absolutely horrific.
Wait, no. It's EQA.
So
Equa.
Equa.
Equa. Yeah, sorry.
Equa.
Equa. That is a Q.
Wait, hold on. Here we go. 2021 Mercedes Equa debuts as electric GLA with 188 horsepower.
Yes, and you know how much. Look at it. Doesn't it look like it has Dayton's?
It does, actually. I don't know what.
It looks terrible. It looks very electric.
It looks like the inside of a battery.
It has less than 300-mile range,
It also has less than 200 horsepower with a whopping 188 horsepower.
and I hate the GLA with personal experience, and I feel the same way about the
Equa.
Equa.
The
Equa.
Qua? Is this a silent Q?
It's something you yell when you punch things. Also, I'm watching Cobra Kai.
If it was a silent Q, it would just be
Yeah?
no, because the EA just makes an E sound.
Underlay,
Yeah.
uh-oh. It's a
gonna have-
Mercedes-Benz.
All right, I got it.
Oh,
We
they're
already-
going
we
to
worked it
bring
out.
back the St.
The
Lunatics.
St. Lunatics. Nelly's going to come out with a thing on his eye, and he's going to introduce the E.
So I'm not going to say anything right now
Yeah.
because I've heard that man is hard.
Oh, Nelly's hard as
He
fuck.
brings
That's
it-
a big shout to Nelly.
Yeah, huge shout to Nelly.
Sorry, Nelly. Sorry, Mr. Nelly.
Speaking of,
Mr. Lunatic.
Oh, hold on. I just need a quick disclaimer. I hate the GLA.
yeah,
The AMG GLA they made, like the 350
Yeah.
horsepower 4-cylinder rally car,
the
that thing is fucking
the
bananas.
400
Can we get it here?
horsepower one.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Wow.
Because
The GLA AMG like 45,
Yeah.
you can get here and it's like a GLA. It's a rally car for the street.
What kind of money does that command?
I have no idea what it commands now. When it came out, it was like 40 something, I think, 50.
Josh, what do you say?
I
I'm
just think
trying
of what a
to find
hypocrite
it.
I'd be to my in-laws if I bought one of those.
I don't even know if they would know it's the same car.
No, they would. It's got like ankle biters, all sorts of shit on it.
Canards?
Carnards, yeah.
I wish I could find it. Top Gear just put out a nice video of
Go on your extremely expensive used car website and find out how much GLA AMGs are.
Yeah.
Look to be
Let's see.
72, boys. Can't touch one. Can't touch one for under 70 grand.
302 horsepower.
Yep.
AMG GLA 35 SUV.
Here's the one. Tell me about it.
AMG not as much as I thought.
Let's get it.
AMG GLA 35 SUV
Oh, it's a
47.5.
35.
47.5 used?
No, brand new.
Oh,
for
I don't want a
2021.
brand new one. Nobody wants a new one.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully those things fall off the face
Let's
of a
see.
cliff as soon as they...
I was going to say, Mercedes
ground.
depreciation I mean, bar none, the best.
The only car that does not depreciate hard with them is the E63 AMG, which I've been on the first letter of the Chuck system for like a year and a half on.
What about their G-Wagons? How do those do? It seems like a lot of bozos want to buy them, so they'll pay for them.
Yeah, I bet G-Wagons hold pretty good because
Yeah.
of exactly that.
Yeah. There's a market for them.
There's a market for
pay.
shitty...
They'll overpay for them,
G-Wagons,
yeah.
Whereas GLA AMGs, I can't imagine so.
You know, they've got that GLK little thing that has like the G-Wagon look to it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's also a terrible vehicle.
You know,
Still,
I-
there's 2016 Mercedes GLA 45 AMG
Yeah.
for 34.
Okay. Still not where I
2017
needed to
for
be.
35. 2018 for 39. Oh, here you go. 2015, 22.
That's my kind of money.
There we go.
2015?
2015 Mercedes-Benz GLA 45
So that just
AMG,
put all the prices of the other ones at 22.
86
So now you find the nicest one.
86,000 miles.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in Fairfield, California.
Let's go out there.
Wow.
Glad you found a local one for us.
There we go.
Jesus.
Perfect. Just drive right to it.
Let's see what we have within 200 miles of here.
Yeah, the Aqua
The
is coming
Qua,
out soon.
The E.
Qua.
Yeah.
How do we
Yeah.
Qua.
How do we feel
Uh-oh.
about 75,000 miles on one of these things? Oh no, here we are.
It's a super high compression, high boost four-cylinder, so I'm in
Yeah.
75,000.
It's going to be perfect.
Explain this to me. So
At
I
least
have-
there's going to be a lot of room in the bay to fix that.
Original plugs.
I have two vehicles in front of me here, both the 2015 Mercedes-Benz GLA 45.
Is one
GLA
white?
is listed twice.
Yeah.
45 AMG.
It's the Gla. That was a limited edition. That was China market only.
One has 75,908 miles on it for $24,698.
Mm-hmm.
One has 33,000 miles on it for $25,995.
I'll take the one with 33,000 miles, please.
How does that work out?
Are they close to each other?
They're both in New Jersey.
Oh, well, they're both fake.
I went 200 miles, so I figure that's a reasonable distance to drive for something if you really want it.
Yeah,
Not this.
you know what they should really start doing on those websites, though? It should say 200 miles minus New Jersey and the Bronx.
Yeah.
Because every time I find a car that's definitely not actually there, it's in New Jersey or the Bronx.
This is at a Mercedes dealership. Oh my God, the seats in it?
Shout to the Bronx. Yeah, it's crazy. The car's insane.
Wow.
Dude, it's massaging seats. It comes with all the AMG shit.
I don't.
Big sound.
These look like they are directly out of like an F1.
Yeah,
These things massage too?
from what I understand.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, man, there's something.
I mean, for 25 grand, I mean, how many people line up to buy these things? It can't be many.
Nobody.
All-wheel drive, I assume?
Yeah, immediately just drop it as low as it can possibly go.
4MATIC all-wheel drive system.
Yeah, who knows what that means?
Now, this is the GLA 45 makes 355 horsepower.
Yes, sir.
So they made a newer version that makes less horsepower.
The current one makes less horsepower.
Yeah.
That's
By
weird.
53 horsepower.
Yeah, I'd imagine there might be something wrong with those motors if that's the case.
Yeah. So
So we
I
gotta
don't
see
know.
if they
25
explode.
grand though. I mean,
Right now, we're putting this the Stone Cold Revival Motoring Buy of the Week.
so 2 liter,
with no
16
research.
valve turbo, 7-speed automatic with auto shift. I know how well that works.
Oh yeah.
Good news is iPod support.
Good news is it was the highest. It was the highest output 4-cylinder when it came out.
Yeah, I do remember hearing how spicy these things were.
Yes, you go read the reviews for them. Like the press, when they get the press fleet out, people are just like, I can't believe they built this car.
The inside looks quite nice.
Oh, yeah, super nice. Maybe that's my next hill vehicle. Get a GLA.
Oh, here we are.
Relive my hatred.
Now we just move further down. Now we're in Massachusetts. Same year,
Yeah.
same price,
Okay.
90,000 miles.
Oh boy.
How does this work out here?
No, I'm saying I gotta be under 50, dog.
Yeah.
Boys, I have a bit of an emergency and I have to leave.
Chuck and I got it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I figured. So, just make sure you stop recording.
Stopping recording. Okay.
Yeah,
how do we get
that's
to
it.
questions?
Oh shit.
Can Corey log into
Let
the
me
thing?
screenshot that right now.
Yeah,
and
he'll
I'll forward it
screenshot them
you.
to us and send them
Screenshot
over.
and send 'em. All right, buddy. Go ahead.
All right, I will see everybody soon.
Have at it.
All right.
Peace.
Good luck. Let me know if I can help you.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna leave.
All right. Do what you need to do. We'll be here. Everybody, we're having a podcast. Daddy has to leave the building, so we know this is now going to turn into a total off the rails shit show of a
Absolutely.
podcast.
Let's
might as well get the sounds going.
let's jump back onto the electronic range that we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
So I got a news little clip sent over to me about the Mustang Mach-E, the Marky Mark.
Right.
And so this website called greencarreports.com, which I have looked at before.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
And they do obviously all let's just call it electronic car stuff, but they also do they cover everything what I would call equally.
Yes.
Like
Teslarati. Totally fair.
Yeah, totally just down the middle.
Teslarati, one of the best info websites in the world.
So they had a extended time with the extended range 4X all-wheel drive variant of the Mach-E.
Okay.
And this whole article was kind of about their time with it. And they said during their 70 mile per hour highway drive testing, they saw 220 miles of range, which is 80 miles shy of
that's really bad.
That's not even 80 miles is like woofing it.
Yeah, because I was looking at least in a Model 3. I was like, I can get to the hill and back if I get reasonable. But if it's 70 miles an hour, it brings you down. I mean, obviously, they don't have that problem. But 80 miles?
80 miles. So the claimed is 300, which I suppose is what they say is backed by the EPA. But they're saying they saw 220 miles tops.
At 70?
At 70.
Cruising.
They're in Oregon.
Right.
So I don't know. You're not really factoring in sea
Independent
level?
government zones.
No, but I'm trying to think of like, I've never driven in Oregon, but there are a lot of ups and downs. Like driving like Colorado, where it's like.
Nah, I don't think so. I think they get a mountainous coast, I believe.
Yeah.
Big shout out to our Oregon boys at Pacific Northwest. Big shout out to Raven. Remember Raven? We found him on Facebook back in the day. He went to school with Catherine.
Oh yeah.
That fucking
Raven.
guy.
Yes.
Big shout out to Raven.
I do
Miss
remember
ya.
Raven.
Miss you.
Raven, who actually, never mind.
Do people in the Pacific Northwest just make names up, right?
I think that's what you do when you get there.
Right.
You kind of
Just
like
come up with a name now.
You announce yourself
Exactly.
as you get to the border.
Yeah, I'm
You're
Bulldog
like-
now.
Yeah. Yeah, send them
Yeah,
over.
text us also how to put this thing, get this podcast to you as well. Well, I mean, I can just upload it to Dropbox, so. I'll text you. I got a USBs.
Yeah.
USPA.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll-
buddy, go
we'll
ahead.
get it done. All right. And they said the saving grace for them, at least, was that when stopping at a usable charge port,
Yes.
they were able to get about 60 miles and only 10 minutes of charging. However, those usable charge ports were far and few between.
Yeah, and that's the problem everybody's coming across right now.
Yeah, and I think the infrastructure is just going to play a huge role into a lot of these manufacturers are saying, hey, we're putting out all these electric cars. And like, okay, but like, where are you charging them?
Right.
Where?
Tesla's ahead of you again.
Yeah. The infrastructure plays such a huge role in it.
It does. That's what remember we talked about Harry having a Jaguar E-Pace, and it was
Exactly.
like, yeah, it's a great car, but it's terrible to charge.
Yeah. So I'm interested because I didn't get to watch Farah's video about him driving the Mach-E.
Jesse J just told us he got 250 with the combo city and highway.
250 combo city and highway in
Was
his
that-
what? In his Y?
In his no, his Mark E.
Oh, so he watched Farah's video.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So 250 in
Because
city
they do
and
better in
highway.
the city, right?
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
believe electric cars do better in the city.
Oh, so it's like the total polar opposite of
I believe
an
so,
ice
yeah.
engine.
I think English Ben was out there and ran into Farrah and got to see his.
Yeah, they were at the market picking out fruit together. Whatever the fuck they were doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
English Ben, big shout.
Yeah,
Shout
I
to
am excited
Verge.
to watch the video because I want to see what that looks like because I've heard some other impressions and people have been pleasantly surprised.
They look great.
with its-
I'll tell you what. My Ford stock, which I bought as a joke at $666,
Yeah.
is like at almost $11 now.
Wow,
I bought one share.
that was it. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you went in like
Should have
crazy.
bought a
like you
couple
normally do.
hundred. No, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hell, Satan, I guess. Thanks, Satan.
I got a Min 400,
Yes.
which I was supposed to be in attendance at.
Yes.
Is now it has been shifted
Yes.
to December 1st to December 5th. So I hope that shift only takes place once.
Shifted in your pants. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh yeah, it really shifted right in my gut.
But at least it'd be a good time to be there. It's going to be warmer
Yeah, it'd be warm.
than here.
Well, I mean, I was going in March, so it would have been warmer than it was here anyway. But
Yeah, at least March is once March has been nice in New
Yeah.
England.
one time.
I can
One time. So I look forward to being able to do that in December, and hopefully that only gets shifted to December, and that's it there.
December, yeah, December 25th.
Yeah, the 1st to the 5th. So
That'll be fun.
yeah, beginning of December. a little
That's in the
trip out there.
Vegas?
It's in I think a little outside of Vegas, but they call it Vegas.
I'll go.
It's like when an event's in Attleboro, they call it Boston.
Beautiful
You know?
Attleboro, Boston, Mass. I got news. If you were looking for a Singer Porsche without the weight, you can currently get one right now. AKA the time is now. Because RM Sotheby's is selling a 1989 911 reimagined by Singer for $925,000.
Is that all?
Yes, Corey, that's all. It's only had 500 miles since being reimagined.
What?
They've only put 500 miles on it
Since-
since it was reimagined.
Now, when you buy a Singer, I assume when you pay all that money, you get an odometer that now reads 0.
No, I don't think you do. Maybe you do. I don't actually know that.
I would, you know
It's
what?
a new motor,
If Daddy's coming through spending that kind
but
of money,
they don't change the VIN, so you can't. That would be illegal. That's why it's reimagined. So it comes with a 4.0 air-cooled Ed Pink racing engine.
which is the balls.
It's Geyser Gray over tobacco.
Okay.
Very nice color. The build sheet from Singer,
Yeah.
$752,000.
So you're paying $160,000 to jump the line, $170,000.
Yeah, well, there was $500,000 in like general. If you want a Singer, that's what it costs,
Yeah.
and then there was $250,000 worth of add-ons.
a lot of add-ons. What are you adding on? You just gold? Is it just gold?
I guess the article I read said it was very well done.
I mean, I've seen them in person. They're beautiful.
I think we might have seen this one, honestly.
Usually, do they say what commission it is? Because usually each one gets like a name.
I don't think I'm douchey enough. I just skip over stuff when I see
Yeah.
commission, but
I like them. They're usually
they did not.
Um,
Oh, maybe they did. It's got it. It's
Yeah.
Arm Sotheby's. It's on their website. It is almost $1 million. It's a really cool 1989 Porsche 911
is it going for auction or is it just for sale?
for sale,
Wow.
private
Okay.
sale. So,
Just-
if you want to jump the line, I think like you said, you're paying some pretty big money to jump the line.
Yeah.
But I think the line is very long,
A few years, I believe.
and I think if you're stacking that kind of cash in order to buy a Singer, you may well invite a line jump like that, and then just, I mean, you could always have them repaint it down the line to make it yours, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got one.
Yeah.
And you could literally buy it, keep your order in. When your order gets up, sell it, probably for the same money you
yeah.
paid,
yeah.
because they get to jump the line, and they
Yeah.
get yours.
Yeah.
Actually, if you get that kind of money, it's not a bad call.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think
bad
you're going to
at
lose
all.
money on it.
This way, you'll always be Singer man,
Yeah.
the ultimate P card guy.
Oh, my God, the P
Do you
card
think the
guys.
Singer makes you the ultimate P card guy, or do you think it's like owning some sort of like heritage piece,
I think it depends on the P car guy.
like the like top tier?
Like, because I think like the guys Josh hangs out with, what are those guys? Whatever 911 group or
Yeah.
those guys are those guys like wrench on their own shit and drive them all the time.
Yeah. Like ultra
I like
nerds.
those guys.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd call themselves P car guys.
No, I think.
But
it's-
if you're a guy that calls yourself a P car guy, I think if you have a Singer, you're the ultimate P car
Yeah,
guy.
like I'm a Porsche guy.
I'm
You know,
a big P car guy.
yeah, I'm a Porsche guy. Yeah,
Didn't you see the vest?
yeah. you see the loafers when I go to the car. It's interesting. It's interesting to get. Not having a zero odometer after paying almost $1 million for a car would really chap my ass.
Yeah, that is some ass chappage. I don't think they can.
I mean,
Like, if they rebuild a car from salvage, you don't get a zero odometer.
yeah.
I mean, it's a shitty example. Believe me,
No, but it's true. It's true. It's just like
but I don't think it's a new VIN.
yeah, it's not. I mean, they're using a body that's already.
In which case, it wouldn't be a 1989. It'd be a 2000 whatever P car. 2000, and it wouldn't be a 911 reimagined by Singer. They have to use Reimagine, although they get along with Porsche now, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But initially, they really had to use Reimagine to keep the Porsche guys back.
I think Porsche sees kind of their market, and they kind of know. All right.
But I think if you're the ultimate P car guy, you probably have a 993 GT2.
You think you'd go 993 versus new? Because you go on like ultimate peak of performance.
I don't even want to talk about new P car guys.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole different level
Yeah.
of crazy. But I think if you're doing classic P car guy, you're doing some weird GT car in some hilarious color, and that's going to put you up there because, like, you can build that Singer. Anybody with money can build that Singer any way they want. But it takes a man of taste to get like
a lava orange.
to get a pink
Yeah.
or a ruby stone GT car of some sort. Of air-cooled sort.
Yeah, it's something.
We're not talking water pumpers here.
Yeah, it's something.
So, anyways, you can get one right now.
If anyone's a P-car guy, reach out. Let us know what top of the food chain is.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you a Carrera GT. You walk in a Carrera GT. You top man.
Water pumper.
Water pumper.
Water pumper. You can even park in the lot with the Carrera GT.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, we may be talking 993 turbo for that. That's
Yeah,
top
get out
tier
of here
guy.
with that shit.
I don't know, 993 turbo.
993, but they made 993 GT cars. Didn't they make a GT2?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know enough about them.
I think so.
The generation.
I'm going to guess they did.
Yeah.
And if they didn't,
They
someone's
did.
made
They
one.
definitely did.
100% did.
Welcome
Welcome to P-Car Talk.
Move on to elitist cars.
Yes.
BMW has shut down its subscription-based car lease program.
Was that like rent a Volvo?
Yeah, it was like the same. Like Cadillac did it. Volvo did it.
Cadillac. There's a name you never hear anymore.
So they launched the program in April of 2018, strictly out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, I think we talked about it, didn't we, back then?
Yeah. BMW states it was a pilot program to gauge interest in the program, and that this particular program had reached its capacity limits for the time, and they're going to be taking this data and developing its next iteration of Access by BMW.
How's the interest if they're canceling it?
So that was kind of originally, like, when I read it, I was like, okay, so they're canceling it, but then the way it reads and the way it's told, it's like, oh, they're making it better.
Because this one wasn't.
Well, because this one costs $2,000 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know how much you can make it better. You can make it.
I mean,
cheaper.
you could just get the Lamborghini for $2,000 a month.
But also, I think maybe having something based out of one particular location that costs so much money, also in a time where money may not be as easily spent, might be a hard thing. So I don't know. We'll see what they do if they kind of put something out in the future.
Make it more reasonable, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know because
Does that include insurance, though? Right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Is that $2,000 a month? Like if young Ben was getting in like the cheapest car they have, that might cover him.
Yeah, because they would assess the risk. Because I know Volvo was included in the insurance program.
Yeah, it was. That's the only way you can get like their pro staff or whatever their car is called.
I don't know. But then didn't we discover there were not any really good cars?
One of the Volvo's programs is, but the other Volvo is like, their performance car.
Yeah.
Their
The Polestar?
There's air quotes.
Yeah.
The Polestar performance car.
Yeah.
I think you can only get that as a subscription. You can't own that. That's like a Ferrari FXX, except for a 40-year-old man that wears New Balances.
Yeah. I don't know. In theory, I like the subscription program, but whenever I look at the cost of it, it never made sense to do it.
Yeah. This is not for you or me.
No. I don't even know who it's for.
Nobody does. Apparently,
Which is
BMW
why,
did it.
Yeah, which is why it's not working. Or at least it seems to be not working.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone kind of going around taunting that they or flaunting, I should say, that they have, oh yeah, I'm on the subscription program, so, I'm going to get the 550 next week.
Yeah.
You know, like no one really is kind
I
of
was on the
flossing like
highway
that.
today. There was a guy in a 550, same generation, same color as my M5 with all
Yeah.
sorts of stupid shit on it, dealer plates, and an M5 exhaust on it. I was like, "Dude, there's something wrong with you. Like, these aren't even that much money anymore.
Yeah. The 550 might even arguably be the same price.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, the speed that 5 Series fall off that aren't
Yeah.
M cars make the M cars look like a subtle hill. What else is going on? I'm part of a group chat, a group Signal to be exact.
The group
now.
Signal. Oh, so you jumped on Signal.
Jumped on Signal.
I gotta look into it.
Got to be on Signal.
I use the Google Messenger, Android Messenger,
And someone put a Polestar on there,
a Polestar.
and that's got to be a rental. It's the only way you can get it, or it's a strip
Is
club.
it blue?
No, it's gray.
Really? Okay. I thought they only came in that like ultra bright blue color.
In that case, it wasn't a Polestar.
Well, they make the Polestar pack.
Oh, maybe it's Polestar pack.
You can get
It looked like a
Polestar
Polestar
tuned.
car though.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't it its own car now? Isn't a Polestar its own company? It's like Dodge and Viper.
I think they are their own company.
Fucking terrible. Anyways, yeah, I got Signal. Signal's great.
Signal's great.
I wasn't bailing from my usual SMSs. I was bailing from WhatsApp. As Zuckerberg fucked the whole thing up. Let's turn this into a conspiracy podcast.
Yeah. Josh won't mind.
No, but they changed your terms where they can just read anything all the time, even though it's
Wasn't the
encrypted.
whole like WhatsApp was created for the purpose of like
That not
happening?
Yeah, just like Instagram was created for the sharing of photos, and then it's just an ad platform now.
Well, yeah, because they changed their algorithm recently to make it so you would get more attention and screen time if someone stayed on your post for longer, which means you would need longer captions, or
Is that how that works now?
Yeah, or you would need to post multiple photos that people have to scroll through.
I'm still running Instagram with no ads in date order, so I'm winning on the Instagram front, thankfully. I got one more piece of news.
Let's hear it.
Kind of good for our user base. The Golf R wagon was spotted testing in the snow somewhere with no camo. I kept on reading the article. It did not mention where it was testing, but it was a white Golf R wagon, and it looked great, man. It's going to get the 310 horsepower. Check it out. It looks good. I don't know. All-wheel drive, 310 horse.
Long boy.
Actual long boy.
Yeah.
Looked very, very tight.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because Contribution Christian and I were talking today about the like super rare and not often seen. Actually, Alaska had one. He drove one for a while. The Passat, the 3.6.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that was
3.6
a really
long boy.
Yeah, that was a really cool car.
Only car I've ever been in that got 2 flat tires on the same side of the car at the same time. Shot the Pawtucket for the pothole.
Although it's the same car that got hit by a train.
No, we just made that up. He didn't get hit by a train.
I thought it got hit by a train.
No, he hit things as if he were a train. But I
always believe they got hit by a train. It makes it even better.
Maybe it did. We definitely blew both tires on the right side, and we pulled over. And we're like, wait a minute, we only got one spare.
Yeah, what do you do?
Call Jesse. Thanks, Jesse.
But yeah, cool car, long boy. You know, Volkswagen has done pretty well with the long boys. They've done their the all-track thing. You can get the sport wagon. You could get the TDI in a wagon. So they've done a decent amount of long roof cars.
Yeah, I'd be psyched on a Golf R wagon. I think that'd be cool. It'd be cool for like people my age. You know what I mean? You get some kids, you get a family. You still want a Golf R, but the wagon's gonna really pay dividends. I think
it's gonna pay off.
Put the Thule up there. Big shout to Mike.
I was gonna say Thule. Yeah, it would look good with a nice box on the roof.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think we're onto something.
We really are. And if they
really
keep
making strides when Josh isn't here.
Yeah, keep it in keep it in Golf R price range as well. It's not as sporty. It can't be as expensive.
Yeah, right. You've got to.
You got to take a discount for the wagon.
Yeah, because you're compromising to go with the wagon.
Exactly.
Instead of the hatch.
I like it.
Last bit of news I have is something I admittedly don't really understand, but I found it cool.
Okay.
So it came up on Drive, and it was an article, and it said scientists have found a way to make synthetic gasoline out of thin air.
Okay.
Got me.
How about fat air?
So Chinese scientists have used nanoplates that generate power from temperature changes in the atmosphere to create synthetic methanol. This would be a clean way of removing CO2 from the atmosphere and generating e-fuels.
This guy just gets elected. You want me to start believing Chinese scientists now?
So this stuff is way over my head. But like...
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, that's fantastic.
There's got to be a way. How much more horsepower you get in the GTR if you're running methanol?
All of it. I'd be smoking meth if we get it that
All
cheap.
of it, right? So if they can generate a way to create synthetic methanol, how much more horsepower are we talking?
Oh,
in the
not
world?
menthol?
Yeah,
I mean, that could add a lot to the world's horsepower count.
I think so.
So we're running E100 on everybody?
Everything.
Oh,
everything.
my God. Yeah, I mean, they make synthetic oil, am I right?
They do.
You can't make synthetic gasoline? You can't refine synthetic crude oil to
Yeah.
make synthetic gasoline? Come on, boys.
Works for me. Take some 5W30,
Yeah.
some Castrol.
Is it a multi-fuel vehicle? Does it run on vodka?
Yeah,
Vodka.
admittedly, it's not a science I'm going to understand or ever understand, but you know what I'm going to be able to do is put it out there and someone can go look at it and read the article themselves. It went way further in depth, and I just want to give you a little tip.
I appreciate the tip
Yeah, that's it.
every time. Should we go on to the old topic of Maine?
Yeah, let's jump
Do we
in
know
there.
which button does it?
I don't know. Do you have any YouTubes or no?
I actually don't have any YouTubes. Let me have a quick look because I could have sworn I just saw it. Harry put some stuff up, but I haven't actually looked at it.
I have one
what you
that was
got?
worth of note. The Hoonicorn final send-off video.
Yes,
There's
I
a
saw it.
Bunch of the
I
guys
didn't
standing
watch it,
around. They were kind of reliving their favorite memories of the Hoonicorn, which had me pose a question, which would have been asked for the three of us, but right now it's just you and I. So,
Here we are.
all right. So, of the Hoonicorn, what's your favorite version, V1 or V2?
I like V1 because it seemed more like runnable.
I like V1 because it just seemed more like
It was a car.
angry.
Yeah.
Like the huge velocity stacks coming out of the hood, the ram air intake.
And it ran on real gasoline, though.
Yeah.
Like race fuel, maybe, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't have to run on methanol.
Yeah, he didn't have to wear a respirator to drive the car.
Yeah, when it started running on methanol, I get it. Because Hoonigan's wild.
Yeah,
And I love that they were wild and that they did that. But for my money, the first Hoonicorn was the one.
for me as well. I also, the sound, I didn't really realize it, maybe because it's been so long, but they started playing a bunch of clips, and they played clips of, obviously, it as, the twin-turbo monster that it is, and then some older clips of it being just a naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah.
Sounded significantly better as a V8.
I'm going to answer for Josh here because he likes his cars less usable.
Yeah,
He likes Model 2.
probably.
Yeah.
I'd say for something.
Methanol, gas mass to drive around. That's more of a Josh play.
Brings me to my next question.
Yes.
What is your favorite car that Ken Block owns?
Oh, wow. The RS200.
It would be a Hoona truck for me. That car didn't get enough attention, enough play.
The Hoona truck only had like a couple months in the spotlight.
For me, to take a full-size classic Ford pickup, chop it down to something that looked toy-like,
Yeah.
and to be so maneuverable and drivable, or at least, in videos it looks to be. Maybe it was terrible and why they never drove it. I have no idea. But also the science behind the car of building it and the way they portioned it all out to have quick change pieces so in case it hits anything. It's a bummer. It never got used more.
It's a badass truck. I really do like it. The RS200 is just such a legend for
Yeah.
me. And yeah, I just can't get over how small that car is. Double struts
Yeah.
on it. I mean, yeah, I'm a sucker for Group B to the point where I'm just always going to pick it.
I also enjoyed how that was like, let's call it the only car in his fleet that really didn't get hooniganified, if that's a word, if I can make it
Correct.
a word.
It's just like
It was
it's got a
black.
wrap. Yeah.
It was black, and that was it.
Exactly.
So that was cool. But what do we think Josh's favorite car is of his?
Josh's favorite car, a Ken Block's. Oh, man.
If I had a guess, I would think it is the Escort Cosworth.
The Escort Cosworth such
It's the
a good
one he
car.
runs in the rallies.
If he didn't have the RS200, I'd be all about that car.
That would make sense because it's another rally
Yeah,
car.
that makes
another
sense.
rally legend.
I
But
give Josh that.
yeah, a solid video. It was cool. It was a nice trip down memory lane. All the guys kind of put in their 2 cents of what they liked and, their favorite iterations or their favorite moments with the car. It's a good, their chemistry is really good because a lot of ball busting that goes on.
Yes,
You can tell these guys spend way too much time together.
absolutely.
And that shines through. And I think that's what makes the videos and their content so...
I like how the
Good.
mask wearing on on all the Hoonigan videos is purely a gimmick to make everybody in LA happy
Yeah, they bring it up...
because they're next to each other all the time, and you can see sometimes like,
Well, they bring it up actually in the beginning of the videos. It says like, please practice social distancing, and then there was something that said like everyone had been tested prior to.
yeah, and they do it now, but initially it was just like, oh wow, and which is cool because we're not exactly champions of that ourselves. I watched a shitty video, but it had a Chuck level fail. It was the snow cruiser, America's abandoned behemoth. Basically, in the 1940s.
Oh my God, is this the thing with the plane on the top?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They built this snow cruiser.
I have it in my watch later. I haven't watched it
To go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
And they spent all the money in the world. It was literally a base.
Yeah.
That just drove around. There's extra tires, everything. They built this thing. It almost sunk the ship it got on to get to Antarctica.
What was the mile range? It could travel an insane amount of
I have it could just be in Antarctica forever, as far as I could tell.
The mileage of how far it could drive on one fueling was just
because they were going to go to one side to the other.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
So it's getting off the boat in Antarctica on the ice sheet. It breaks the fucking wooden ramp to get off. Almost falls into the goddamn ocean.
A vehicle that big?
Late 40s, I don't know. I think it was the 50s. Anyway, gets on the ice.
We had steel.
Makes it 200 feet. That's where it stayed for the rest of the time. Until the ice broke off and floated off into the ocean, and it's gone.
Did it break? Is that
it
why
got
it only
no
went
traction?
No traction.
Literally could go nowhere.
I gotta watch this
It's
video
the dumbest.
I gotta watch this
I'm
video.
all excited for it, and I'm this is sick. This thing's huge. I drive it down the road. People honking their horns, waving the flag. It literally gets off the boat, makes it 200 feet, sits there forever. They use it for base for 3 months. Fuck this thing.
Yeah,
we'll use a real base. Off it goes.
Oh my God! So I saw it pop up, the thumbnail immediately. I was like, "Oh my God!" The plane on the top. I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah.
This is something I would be into.
The plane never even made it to the top, but it did in the sketch. Or there was one picture with the plane.
The thumbnail told me there was a plane on the top. That means there's a plane on the top.
I'm taking it. Yeah. So it was really interesting. It was really a Chuck level fail because he seriously got 200 feet, and the guy, the guy that built it was there.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't happy, so they abandoned that thing. Also, watch Rich Rebuild's channel.
Yeah.
Very different channel from what I thought.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't watched any of his videos in a long time. Last time I watched one of his videos when he was in a major beef because he got blacklisted.
Yeah, it's way different than that now.
Yeah.
He takes the Sherp through a bunch of drive-thrus, in the Boston area.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
I would lose my mind if I saw that thing on the road.
Yeah, me too. And he talks to a lot of people. He seems like a really cool guy, but it's very vloggy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some chick that is twerking on top of the vehicle and stuff.
What?
Yeah. I was like, what is this? What Rich's channel is? This is crazy. I'm not. Yeah. I ain't mad.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I ain't mad at you.
I thought it was gonna be a guy that gets very technical into stuff,
which is interesting because if you listen to his Rogan interview, just incredibly well spoken.
Yeah. No, I have, and he is.
Yeah.
But it's just this channel's
Twerk City.
His channel's like a fucking wild ride, dude.
All right.
I was I like where this guy's coming from.
I gotta get back in.
Yeah. Check out that video. I don't know even. Yeah, I just didn't get it. In a good way, in the best way.
Well, I'll check it back out and see what's going on because I would love to see that thing kind of just bopping down the road.
If someone can tell me how Rich Rebuild's channel turned from him rebuilding Teslas and getting sued by Tesla into some chick twerking on top of a
Sherp.
It's a girl, it's a woman he hires, and maybe she does something.
Is this her
for him.
job or?
I think so. I don't know. I was so confused and happy.
I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, no, that guy's got it going on.
So Mike over at StanceWorks has been putting out some quality content of his 308 build. He recently put out a video where this dude in Australia, actually, or New Zealand, one of those two, makes a 3D rendering, 3D image, I should say, of the engine so Mike can start designing engine mounts for the back of the 308.
Yep.
Mike drops this K-Series motor in the back of this 308. You could put two. There's so much room back there.
Maybe you gotta love to talk to the guy. Maybe you gotta.
Yeah. But he's doing turbo, which is cool. I think it's going to be really awesome. I think it's going to be probably 4 times faster than it was.
Yeah. And lighter. Color me excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's cool. He's really kind of getting in there. He mentioned in this newest video that he's kind of getting some comments about, hey, listen, we want more detail from you. Because he was kind of doing more of the camera's on a stand, I'm going to work in front of it, then come back and talk. And everyone's like, no, get the camera in where you're working. We want to see.
Nice.
And he did this, and it's awesome. It's cool.
That's fantastic.
He's like, yeah, these are arms. These have to be adjusted. We've got to cut this out here. Axles have to go here. So content just keeps getting better. And I have a feeling we'll be able to find out more about that.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I am as well.
My last video, I watched Rob Ferretti, Super Speeders Rob, Why You Don't Lie to Your Insurance Company, about where your car should be garaged, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a long video. No, it's 8 minutes
No,
long.
never
And I
very
think he
long.
just made it 8 minutes long because that's where you need to be on YouTube. Because there's definitely a 4-minute video.
Yeah.
But definitely gets to the point. Because if you have your car registered in Massachusetts because it's cheaper,
Yeah.
but you drive it in Florida and you wreck it,
Be an issue.
if you drive it in Florida more than 6 months a year and you wreck it,
Yeah.
they're not going to cover you.
Wow.
So if you're getting,
Was this a Huracan or?
yeah, it was I think it was a Huracan, but I don't know if it's his car. I don't even know. That's the whole thing. It left me with more questions than answers. But
Yeah.
it's always something I've suspected of. And it's nice to see Rob really pound that baby down because it's. I remember being a kid
Yeah.
and like moving into my first like house out of college and being like, oh, my insurance doubled. Why don't I just register this? Why don't I just insure this in my parents' house?
Yeah.
And it's because you most likely won't be covered.
Yeah. You most
I mean, I
likely
guess
have
if
a
you're
huge
in a
issue.
couple hundred miles, maybe, but I don't know. It's not worth it. And he makes the point of like, if you're, what's worse than not having insurance, paying for insurance and not being covered?
That's the worst.
Because you gave up all the money and they're like, and believe me, insurance companies look for reasons not to pay you.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when it's simple, like, oh, your car is insured in Mass and run in Florida. They didn't even give a shit where your car is registered. It's just being insured in the right place is
Yeah.
what matters. So it happened to somebody in this video. So
Bummer. I hope we get to see the final episode of Sorted soon. Looks like you said, it's going to be the Viper versus the R8.
somebody pushed to me, and I'm sorry for not remembering your name on the Instagram, that Sheepy Racing was calling out Calvo Vipers in all the areas they had Sheepy cars.
Oh, after this happened, or even before this?
It just happened.
I mean, Calvo Viper, I think is going to be a lot faster.
I don't know, man. Those Sheepy cars are fast as hell.
They're very fast, but like the Vipers are like time warp.
Yeah, they are.
It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Did we talk about the most recent Sorted episode? Have you seen it?
I have seen
They
it.
do the hot lap and time and like the standing lap and then the hot lap.
Yeah, the West Coast just constantly let me down on Sorted.
Hey, I expected a lot more out of them.
The white Subaru, I feel like everybody wanted to tell them the main reason your car sucks is because it's on air ride.
Yeah. Tanner fucking with the air pressures,
While
like
driving around,
mid-ride,
yeah.
was just hysterical because he was like, okay, like,
I got this thing pumped up to 80.
I don't know what 80 means.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was interesting. He said, hey, it's tuned right, but didn't really drive the best. Like,
Right.
it's rubbing everywhere. But, it's a shame the R8 didn't have, like you said, like the better tires on it.
Yeah, because they're drag cars.
Yeah.
So I guess they don't let them switch tires. You would think if you're going to this match, I guess you guarantee yourself winning the drag.
Yeah.
In the straight speed test, but like had that car even had like the stock tire on it, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have done a lot better.
I've driven a fairly fast car with Mickey T's on it around, and it's just like I didn't even know really how to explain the feeling. It's mushy.
Like snow tire-ish?
Yeah, you feel fine in the straight, and then
Yeah.
you go around a turn like, whoa, what the shit spongy's going on in the back of this car?
Yeah. It's like the first time every time I put on my snow tires for the beginning of the year. First run out, I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I see what's
It's a
happening
little
here.
different, but a learning curve
Yeah.
here.
Bit of skating going on.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't really have anything else going on that's worth kind of talking about.
There you go. We got to go to the old main tee.
Main T.
You think it's the yellow one?
I think, let's see.
I've seen him touch the yellow one.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, that knee's not good.
If you'd like to leave a
Nope.
callback number.
It's the main
Oh, yeah, nailed it. Is that orange?
Oh, yeah, it's that one. It's red.
Yeah. Looks the same to me.
Got that in the first shot, too.
Yeah.
Main topic. So we were kind of bullshitting about having a main topic this week, and I'm really bummed Josh isn't here, but we're gonna get through this, guys. Our main topic is kind of we thought like, you're wrenching in your own garage. What's that need to have tool? What's the go-to? And it's for all different levels of wrenching, right? Because if you're setting up, and we talked about this earlier, if you're setting up your tool bench, you're setting up your workspace, like you can go buy the mechanics toolkit and you get some wrenches in every socket in the world, but there's a ton of stuff you don't have that
Yeah.
anyone who's spent any time working on cars would be like, oh, you definitely need these. So
Yeah.
to help you kind of set up or kind of give you hints on what we use, we're by no means proficient at all at working on vehicles, but I do have a lot of tools because the right tool really will cut your job in less than, it'll just save all the time in the world.
Yeah, I mean, having the right tool for the job always makes life easier.
And I kind of thought about this when I talked about the Polaris forums last time, and like people just not having the right tool and getting stuck in stupid stuff, and like
Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of what you
interesting
need.
for a Polaris man to not have a well-stocked tool bench.
Dude, the amount of stuff, like, because mine has some, when I pulled the firewall out, obviously I had to take the gas pedal out.
Obviously.
So, yeah, well, I kind of cut the whole wall out before I realized that. When I put it back in, it was tweaked a little bit. So it was just, the placement of it's different now. I don't know why. Probably because I put it back together wrong. But anyways, the throttle cable was pulled a little bit.
Yep.
So you'd start the vehicle and it would give you an error code. They can actually give you error codes, which is cool.
Does it have like an OBD2 port or anything to read
No,
through?
it's just like it's got a little screen like in the middle where
Yeah.
it reads out stuff. You just hold it and it throws you the code. So it gives me the code, and it's that the throttle position thing's wrong. So I've got it once before. You just kind of slap the throttle a couple times, goes back away. It didn't. So it tells me exactly what's wrong. So I go on the forums, and like people are like, yeah, I've had to bring this into the dealership like 3 times for this problem.
Yeah.
They adjusted the throttle cable, and it's fine. Like, you're bringing a Polaris to the dealership?
What are you, trailered over there?
Yeah, I guess so. It just seems like so much work.
Yeah, I don't.
As opposed to just like, I just went and back and I followed the throttle cable. I found the throttle body because I know what a throttle body looks like. And I was like, oh, well, there's the jam nut.
Yeah,
Boof,
it's super
works
sloppy.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pulled too tight. So I just loosened her up a bit. Boom. There you go.
You got a high rev?
Yeah, it was idling too high when you start it. And these things have it so if the throttle gets stuck upon starting, they just like kill themselves.
Huh.
I
Okay.
think it's some snowmobile holdover thing. I don't know. Someone could tell me. So if
Yeah,
the
like the
throttle plate
CVT
jams
type
open, it doesn't just blast off. So, anyways, yeah,
That brought us to our main topic.
that brought us to our main topic. Because there's so many people I saw on there like, yeah, I wish I could have fixed that, but I didn't have this. And it's like, what? Are you kidding me right now?
The amount of times I have been like, well, this would be so much easier if I had the right tool, and then I go out and get the right tool, and it's like, oh yeah, so I could have, instead of taking 2 hours of fucking around trying to make it happen, I could have just gone to the store, got what I needed, and had this done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I always thought Polaris guys would be like doing fixes in the bush. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
you
took
don't-
a tree branch, a ratchet strap, and a mechanical pencil and got this baby back up and
Yeah.
running. Apparently not. They go to the dealership.
This
That's
is-
rough. I can't even imagine.
Interesting
Like, there's no
Polaris crew.
warranty.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the dealership.
When you bought yours, was there any sort of warranty?
I don't fucking know. I'm not a skirt. Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
probably ignored that.
Yeah, I know, because like, when you buy like a ATV or like a dirt bike, there's still something.
It's not like you have to change the oil on the thing.
Yeah, never. You just keep adding more.
Lifetime fluid.
But
So what do you got? What's a big tool for you?
so
What can't you live without?
right off the jump is something actually Josh mentioned earlier when we were talking about this is good lighting. Having good lighting that you don't need to worry about holding while working. That right. I mean, because I have shitty eyesight as it is.
Right.
Yeah, having that to be able to see at least what you're working on is like half the battle.
Actually, like setting up lights in your workplace, permanent lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first moved to my house, Jesse came by and it had like 3 light bulbs in my garage. And
Yeah.
it was like, okay, let's put up some real fluorescent stuff. Back in the day, that was the shit. Now it's all LED.
Yeah.
But and when I set up my new garage, obviously my workbench lighting is huge. And then when I was having it spec'd out, I was like, I need to have like real fucking lights in here.
Yeah, and then
Because you can't see what you're doing, you're effed.
that, and then like having, so they make, obviously they make so many different styles of flashlights and hanging lights and all this stuff, but like you have that, what is it, Ryobi?
Dude, that's my first one, the Ryobi bendy light.
I was gonna say that right there alone is
Worth the
its
price
weight
of
gold.
entry.
Yeah,
It's worth the price of entry into the Ryobi world of shit. Because there's some cool Ryobi stuff, and I know you're a Ryobi guy.
oh yeah.
To have the Ryobi bendy light, it's like the Mighty Car Mods guys use it. That's where I found it, and it's like a double-sided, probably what, 18-inch high
18, yeah.
thing that splits open, and it can be now a 36-inch high light. You can bend it over stuff.
Yeah.
It has hooks on it that I broke all of. But yeah, the bendy light, man, that's the real deal when you're under the hood.
Yeah.
Although I've recently gotten a light that like an actual tech light where you can hook both ends to the hood when you have it up.
Ooh, those
and
are nice.
that's changed me.
Yeah, we have
I
a
still
few
use
of
a
those
binding
here.
light, though.
Sans hooks. Not as helpful.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but
not
you have a
helpful at
few
all.
tube lights here, but without the hooks, all the way up.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
got one from like Eastern Tool that it's got 3 lights on it, and you can put them on different shit, like
Yeah.
a tripod and stuff, and then you can hook them onto the little bendy guy.
So as far as other tools, like actual tools I could think of, one thing I found that always is helpful was having the right combination of like extensions
Right.
for your sockets.
Just having the knowledge that if you put an extension onto most sockets halfway, you
Yeah.
can wobble it.
Yeah.
Is like a lot of people just don't understand that that's possible.
Or you can just get the swivel sockets.
Yeah, swivel sockets are crazy.
So like a set of
It's
swivel
black magic.
sockets is like you see a bolt and you're like, I don't know how I'll never get there. Get a swivel socket on there.
Yeah, pop it right on.
All of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this is a breeze.
Yeah, I don't have a swivel socket at all. I just put it on the end.
I go see Noah.
Loosey-goosey.
Noah's got a magical set of swivel sockets.
That's what Jesse J said. Shallow sockets with a built-in swivel.
Oh, look at that.
This
man.
guy just keeps
Yeah,
on
he gets
thinking.
it.
This guy gets
Yeah,
it.
shallows having that swivel, it just kind of gets you everywhere. Now let's say you're not. But this is hand tool. You're not getting any kind of like
No,
power
please
tool
don't
into
put a
that.
power tool on
Yeah.
that.
You're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some rounded bolts.
It's also 6-point sockets are really important,
yeah,
especially if you're going to use power tools. Because you put a 12 on, that's the old bolt rounder.
round.
That's the old bolt rounder.
It's the old circle.
Have I done it? Yes. Was
Yeah.
I proud of myself? No.
Did I learn from it? Absolutely not.
Speaking of power tools, I think you can have every power tool in the world, every 18-volt ever.
Yeah.
You need a real deal breaker bar.
Real deal break bar. Nothing will beat actual like manpower leverage.
Exactly. Nothing. We're the dominant species on the planet, and that's why. Take
real,
that, sharks.
Real breaker bar. So I think it's either a 22 or 24-inch half-inch breaker bar.
Yep.
But having that jack handle as well, it's got me out of some sticky situations.
Yeah, so that's a trick though. That's the trick of the trade. So if you got the real deal breaker bar, and then if you've got the Harbor Freight aluminum jack,
Yeah.
the Harbor Freight aluminum jack handle doubles as the extension for your breaker
Oh
bar.
my god, the ultimate amount of torque.
I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
that can withstand that torque. You could weld it on; it's coming off.
I wish I could measure how much torque I can put down on one of those things.
Oh, it's just. I'm sure we can.
We think
it's
with 4
phenomenal.
digits or what?
Easy,
You think I put down
Easy
4
4.
digits of torque?
dude. Leverage, man, leverage.
Like,
I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's real deal breaker bars a big deal, and then having that extra lev.
yeah. So breaker bars, swivel sockets, or extensions where you cannot put the socket all the way, and then that's your cheater swivel, which is actually a really cost-efficient way to get about doing it.
It is, but I should get some swivel sockets. Actually, I have some swivel sockets.
One of my favorite tools I use a ton, and I always break them, so I always
Yes.
buy new ones, and I never buy expensive ones. I buy them at Harbor Freight, my favorite place, are extendable like magnet pickup tools.
Oh my god, that's on my list too. Because I drop shit, I'm just like, there's no fucking way I'm going down there.
I drop stuff, and immediately it's like everything in the world goes silent, and
Yeah.
I'm just listening for the bolt, what it's gonna hit.
Please, Jesus, hit that floor.
I rarely hear it hit the floor.
Never happens.
It's always stuck somewhere. So having that magnetic like super extendo, just to be able to pull it out.
It's like playing the claw game.
The claw.
It's the thing that comes
Yeah.
down, and it's just like you're just fishing around down there. You'll
Yeah.
find something. Sometimes you get little surprises.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, I forgot I dropped that.
Oh,
in there.
what do you know? There's the bolt I dropped last time.
Bolt from last time. But
Is that
having,
the timing chain tensioner?
having that just as a magnet to kind of get that stuff, but to even kind of piggyback off of the magnet extendo little tool, whatever it's actually called,
Yeah.
having a magnetic tray.
I have so many magnet trays. I probably got 4 magnet trays in my
I
place.
say I have 3 right now. Yeah, 2 of which are just full of shit.
Amazon's got some crazy ones that are like, it's like a plastic like soup cup bowl thing,
It's plastic but magnet.
but the bottom's magnet,
Yeah.
and it's so much better than a normal one
Ooh.
because it's got like a little over the top. You know, it's got some oververt on it.
Because right now I'm just using like 4-inch kind of like shallow,
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
like
those.
dog bowl looking thing.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm running a bunch of
I
those.
got to re-hot glue one of mine. The hot glue from Harbor Freight came off.
Yeah, just get on there with
Yeah,
like
I think it
Gorilla
was
Glue.
warm glue when they put it on.
Yeah, so I mean magnets. I mean again, Josh has been on the magnet. I've never seen anyone use magnets as much as
Loves
Josh
magnets.
loves them. But magnets are huge. Magnetic bowl for holding the bolts stuff like that. Because listen, don't put them on the rain tray.
Oh
Don't
my
put them on the
God.
fender. You will forget. You will close
You
it.
call it the extra parts bowl, you know?
Yeah. Just put them on the magnet tray.
Absolutely. I got one of some of those rubber trays that you can put on your engine and put bolts in.
How are those? I see Instagram ads for them.
It's good for organizing because it's such like they're usually such like staunch colors. They're like very bright, so you can see what's on there. and they're pretty rubbery. I saw it on Instagram as well. It was crazy money. I bought a Chinese knockoff on Amazon. It seems okay. My kids love playing with them.
There you go.
But it definitely wouldn't put it in this podcast.
No.
I go magnet tray every time,
Magnet tray
especially
for
the new
sure.
plastic ones. You know, a gift from Jesus, especially for you complex techs out there. Some guys that might get something, break something, and be like, "How the fuck am I gonna get that out?"
Yeah.
I just did that with a stair. I was taking a stair off my back porch.
Okay.
One of the bolt strip. I wasn't the one doing it. Someone that's in my house sometimes stripped 5 of the 18 screws off.
Okay.
So 2 of them that I had to drill the heads out, and then we could still not get it out. So I went to my Dremel, and I threw a zip bit in.
A zip bit.
A zip bit is a drill bit
Yeah.
that cuts sideways.
Zip. Oh, and I got. Well, all right. Well, as you go through that, let me bring this up here.
So it's a zip bit. So like if you, let's say you do what happened in my house, and you strip this screw, the screw head comes off and it's still gripping, you can literally just zip it around the outside of the screw and pull the screw thing off.
Wow.
And I found so many aspects of car, you know, when I'm blasting through dashboards and making terrible cuts,
Yeah.
zip it. When I
Wow.
really have something up, zip it. Big, huge fan of the zip bits. I can't get enough of them.
A zip bit sounds like it's definitely going to be one to add to the repertoire.
And I didn't do when I was buying my Dremel, it was a couple years ago, so they didn't have any type of lithium ion shit.
Yeah.
So mine's still a wire one.
So is mine.
I'm trying to get some reviews out there from you guys just to see what's up with how do they have 18 volts? Do they have good battery ones now? Because battery drums have always sucked.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting if they have, because I think about some of the smaller power tools I have.
Yeah.
They run on like a 4 or 8 volt system.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty crazy to have a Dremel running like 18 volt.
Because I have a Dremel screwdriver that's awesome, like a little power screwdriver
Yeah.
that's charged with USB. I love the thing. So hopefully, because that's a Dremel. Every time I go to put the Dremel away, like the case is nice,
Yeah.
but it's such a pain in the dick to put the damn cord in the thing.
Yeah, because you got to like roll it up and
Yeah,
like,
you
fold
gotta
it
like
up.
spend the time.
So
Let's get a
Yeah.
bucket, throw that thing in.
yeah, and we were talking about earlier about how what were we talking about actually? But battery technology's gotten so crazy that something might have even been better as battery. What were we talking about?
I don't even know.
I don't know. You had said it. But anyway, so I mean, who knows? Maybe the battery power on a Dremel's. I mean, it must be because think about if you got a battery powered impact.
Oh,
gun.
it's the best. Yeah, I'd love to have a battery powered drum. I might invest.
Might invest.
Buy now.
Buy now. What's that battery powered soldering iron you got there?
I got a Ryobi battery powered soldering iron. Now that I have it, I've not had to use a soldering iron for
But you
a
have
month.
it.
I have it. I'm very excited
So
about
that
it.
time comes.
It doesn't look as nice. I know Milwaukee out there is doing great stuff, and I know they have a great soldering iron. I like the form factor better on the Milwaukee one.
Yeah.
However, the Ryobi one's it's there. It's a battery. So I use Makita.
Yeah.
And Ryobi's my backup. And Makita just are the kins of like, we're gonna do this someday and then not make it. So they're never gonna make it. So I now have the Ryobi one. So I'll let you know when I use it. I don't know. Sounds like it's gonna work fine.
Oh, figure it was Kinder who said Milwaukee and the
Yeah,
in the
Kinder's the
chat there.
Milwaukee god.
Yeah.
Also, we had Amello 118 say short and long pick tools. Very good, especially pulling O-rings off shit. I'm the king of the pick.
Yeah, pick tools are fantastic. Pick tools are also great for the guys who do all the shave bay activity
Mm-hmm.
because picking that seam sealer out, you'll never get it, but you get the right pick tool.
Perfect.
Oh my God, it's no better feeling than when you get the right pick tool and you get it hooked, you pull it out, it's like a huge booger, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what a nice one is, and we were talking about this the other day. Flappy wheel.
Flappy wheel, I have a DeWalt, so I'll just say it. Like a DeWalt, like angle grinder so like you do like a grinder, you do the flappy wheel, you do the cutoff wheel. Having that tool alone.
Oh yeah, and that's one of mine. An angle grinder is like the best thing ever. Like an 18-volt angle grinder,
Yeah.
an animal.
Have you used a knotted wire wheel on it yet?
No, but I have one.
A knotted wire wheel will just eat through anything.
Really?
Eat through anything.
I mean, I think on the footage I just submitted to Josh, I'm using like the flappy wheel.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the flappy wheel, it doesn't feel as dangerous as everything on the grinder.
Yeah.
Even though it is.
Yep.
But you can just hold something in your hand
Yeah.
and grind it down. I was grinding down some shit for my anti-rotation mounts. But, I mean, just buy a couple of them when you buy them. What a flappy wheel is it's a bunch of like sandpaper stacked
super,
on each
super
other
thick.
around. So as you wear it out, it gets more sandpapery. It's the absolute jam. Jesse just turned me on to those recently, and God, they're fantastic. I usually use grinding wheels, but I'll tell you what, 18-volt grinder, they can bite you. Like if you're gonna get hurt in the garage, it's from that.
Yes.
It's like if you're gonna get hurt in the yard, it's from a chainsaw, and you're gonna die. If you're gonna get seriously injured in the garage, it is cutting chain with a grinder, but with a grinder generally.
Yeah, because it's
Keep the goddamn safety on. I know I'm the worst example.
it's bitten you.
Yes, it bit me bad. It bit me like real close to like, oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah, it bit me pretty good when I was doing the Mark 1, and I know Phil.
Phil got fucked up.
Yeah,
by
Phil
his.
needed like stitches. He got like real bit.
Right, so you gotta really, and I always wear gloves when I use that thing because the glove saved me that time. But you gotta watch your six. You know what I mean? You keep your eye on that shit because you're gonna put it down and still spin. It's gonna fuck your counter up. Just ask.
Yeah, nice
it's
butcher
better than my
block.
finger. Yeah. But yeah, the battery 18-volt grinder. Don't get too comfortable with it. It's like a chainsaw. Don't get too comfortable with it because it's out to murder you.
This is gonna sound super basic.
Ready?
However, having a quality set of screwdrivers
Oh yeah,
makes
JIS.
a world of difference. You'll never know how good a real nice screwdriver is until you use one, and like you see why there are multiple different tips.
Right.
And like they're magnetic and they're deeper. They're like a chisel tip, so it's like hardened, so it's not gonna. It'll strip the shit out of whatever you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
ruin
it's
it.
not gonna round out the tip of the screwdriver. If you ever look at like if you have screwdrivers and like the tips of them are all flattened out, like if you got a shitty set of screwdrivers,
It's time to go.
Yeah, invest in a strong set. I have one. I'm trying to blank on the name actually, the brand, but it's an 8 set and it's 4 Phillips and 4 flat.
Yeah.
Just kind of ranging in different tips and length. Makes a world of difference.
I get some JIS screwdrivers, the Japanese industry standard.
Those are super nice.
They're super nice, and if you're working on Japanese stuff, it actually
Fit.
substantially better.
Yeah.
You're not going to be stripping all that shit out.
Could you get them in a set or you buy them individual?
I bought a set of 4.
Okay.
They're all like Phillips said, but they're JIS. And then, yeah, I do have a set of nice normal screwdrivers, but I always end up using just like, I get those lot lizards. I have 100 of them in my drawer.
Oh,
and
you
like,
just got to burn through them.
Yeah, you got to burn through. Half of them have been used as chisels or pry bars.
You know, I don't know, the Craftsman, I remember as a kid growing up, my dad had, his dad was Craftsman everything. Everything was Craftsman.
Same.
And they had like the clear handle ones.
Blue and red.
The blue and red clear handle.
Yep.
And you could put a wrench over
100%.
it for the
Still
extra
can.
torque. I got to get myself a set of those.
I've never stripped as many screws as when I
my
found out
God.
that I could put
You want to
torque
talk about
on
torque?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some torque. I'm torqued up thinking about that.
If you have to put that much torque on a screw, cut it out.
Yeah,
just start
cut,
now.
Cut
Just
the head
start
off.
cutting out.
Zip bits. We just
You know-
talked about them.
You know, I should probably have a set. You know, honor the old man. You know,
Yeah.
you got to get a set of the Craftsman like
You
clear.
said what the old
blue-
man had for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might grab a set as well, because
Yeah.
mine are. I'm telling you, I got a lot of lot lizards in there. I got a lot of stuff that has to be absolute. I should just wreck the whole thing. I had to glass the whole screwdriver drawer. So what else do I got on here? Oh, you know what? I accidentally bought and I really like. I bought a ratchet, like the middle of the road one, 3/8.
Mhm.
I bought a 3/8 at the depot.
Yeah.
It's a Husky and it extends.
Extends. How do you feel it gets flimsy as you extend it?
No, it stays strong.
Wow. All right.
And I'll
all
tell you
right.
what, you've never had any type of sensation like when you extend the ratchet and all of a sudden you have twice the torque now and you're a monster. So it's a normal size
Yeah.
and it's got a pivot head on it.
So not only does it pivot,
I
and
was trying to
swivel-
buy a pivot head.
Yeah.
So I buy this and I was like, extends and then whoop,
Wow.
dude, insane.
How much you're talking? Like double?
Double.
All right.
Yeah, put eyes on that. It was an accidental purchase.
Yeah.
I probably
That's a
should have
happy
realized
accident.
I was paying way too much money for this thing. I was like, I paid
You're
that's
like,
a-
Jesus Christ, this thing's so
25 bucks.
expensive.
But anyways, excellent. Extends. I might extend everything. Extends.com.
Extends. Yeah, extends.
Ooh, message from Bai. Your package has arrived at our warehouse.
Oh,
Thanks, Yahoo Auctions Japan.
that's always good. So having somewhere, besides tools, having like a clean, flat, ample working environment,
Right. Like a bench
like a bench.
or a tool cart.
Yeah, the top of a tool cart, top of a tool bench, somewhere that's a clean, flat, like you could really kind of hammer on it. It's not like a folding table or somewhere. Like having somewhere sturdy to kind of work on stuff makes a world of difference.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're like fighting a rolling around table while you're trying to like loosen.
Hell on earth.
Anger would just like
Anger-
seep out of me.
Tool carts are huge, especially just because I have my garage set up nice now, and I like the ability to finish my project or not finish my project and just leave all the tools in the tool cart until I got time. If I didn't have kids, it'd probably be different, where it wouldn't be as essential.
Yeah.
But obviously, you want to have that mobile workspace where you can keep your tools right next to you. If you're in the car, you can just reach out and grab them. But there's nothing's better than like finishing something and being like, "Fuck the tools, I'm dealing with this later. I'm driving this thing right now."
Yeah, you just push
And
the
then
tool
it's
cart out of
just-
the way.
And your workbench is still sort of clear.
Yeah. You get the heavy machinery on the workbench.
Exactly. And I know when my workbench. So at the end of the day, if I get a project done, I take it for a ride. I come back. I don't feel like putting away the tools. I take the tools and put them in the cart off the bench too.
Yeah.
Because the cart's your next step's away.
Yeah. So to partner with that, having organization for
Oh
your
my
tools.
god! I got all the magnet socket drawers and stuff. Oh my god!
Where'd you pick them up from? Another
Dude,
Instagram ad?
That was an Amazon where it was just like holes with magnets at the bottom for all the sockets.
Yeah.
I mean
You do quarter, 3/8, half. You could do the whole gamut.
the whole.
I just got hit with an Instagram ad, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to take a look at that."
deep and shallow.
Deep and shallow. Okay.
But
Well,
that's
so-
why I'm looking at my impact sockets. I'm like, oh, I'm missing a bunch. I got to get some more. You know.
Yeah.
Always have a picture of your impacts.
Picture.
Yeah, have a picture. If you're missing some, take a picture. You go to the store, maybe
Oh,
grab a
okay,
couple.
okay.
You're at Home Depot grabbing some wood or some cement.
You know how people get a running grocery list?
Throw a couple in. Yeah, exactly.
I got a running tool list. I
Yeah.
write it down all the time.
Absolutely.
Next time I'm in like the depot or or I'm shopping online for something, I look, oh yeah, I'll buy this.
Rick Vidub said Klein's for screwdrivers. I have Klein screwdrivers. They're unbelievable. Really, really nice.
Actually, and that would partner well with. This is an interesting username. AB.
So AB, I was asking. He's in, and
Yeah.
I can chime in on.
I don't know
chime
anything
in on
Klein's,
Rick
so-
Vidub's. Yeah, it's super nice stuff. Also, magnet lights. Love goddamn magnet lights.
Magnet lights. So like stuff you can.
You just like, but I'm always under the car, so like you just stick it to the floor and
Yeah.
you get a big big
kinda
LED
angle?
rechargeable. I'm into that. Nice and easy. What do you got? You got anything over there?
Let's see. Do I have anything? Oh, this is something actually is more for the Volkswagen guys.
Yep.
There's a lot of specialty tools.
Someone said triple squares in the chat.
Yeah.
Rick Vidub again.
Axles. There's
Yeah.
a lot of specialty tools that come with the territory, and a lot of people say, I don't need the specialty tools. Like I'll figure it out. I'll work around it.
You do.
Get the specialty tools. The strut top like nut socket thing requires like a specialty like index thing.
Really?
Just get it. Yeah, I have one. Just get it. You have no idea how much easier it would make your life. I remember when I was fucking 19 years old, I'm trying to get the strut top off my Mark III, and I'm just wrestling with it. I'm rounding the shit out of it because I've got like my 20-piece mechanic set that I'm trying to backyard mechanic my car.
Yep.
And then a buddy of mine, I don't know who it was, whoever you are, thank you, brought it over. I mean, 2 minutes.
Change your life.
2 minutes, 1 minute each side. So if your car requires specialty tools and you're going to be doing the job,
That's for a strut top?
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So it's like it looks like a standard like socket, only it's got like two prongs that come down on either side that go into the nut.
Mm-hmm.
So it twists on the prongs, not
Oh, cool.
so it doesn't go over the top of it. It just kind of goes down inside of it and goes from there.
Nice.
Yeah. But like specialty tools, and I'm sure there's a lot of other cars, but I know it's this Volkswagen in particular, and it's fun to kind of pick on the nonsense of those cars. But the specialty tools that go along with them, like the triple squares that Rick V-Dub said, the different kind of sockets that require things like different sizes for the axle nut is like a weird size. It's not a weird size, it's just really big. But just get that stuff. If you're gonna be wrenching on your own car, just get the right tools for it.
Absolutely.
You know, I know like
You have to.
the Japanese stuff. Does a lot of stuff require special tools? at all?
No, but like all my Beamers have the same engine. They all require like a special spark plug socket.
It's a solid play. Have all the same engine.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
awesome. But it's not like you can. Actually, I did hack my own, but I did end up buying the real one. Actually, I think the M6 has one in the back, and it's be really hard to do any other way. I mean, you just couldn't get the plugs out.
Actually, talking about hacking your own, you can hack your own like strut top socket thing. It'll be okay, but you'll spend so much more time making this thing, and
You
you'll
just
butcher
grab
up a socket, and you can just buy it.
I like to mention one of my favorites in the garage, and it doesn't get enough credit. Is PB Blaster, because
PB Blaster does not.
WD-40s for skirts.
I use something totally different. It's called like krill oil. It's in an orange can.
Really?
And I use it specifically because so my father's in the HVAC trade.
Yeah.
And he's constantly on rooftops, in and out of like big, giant walk-in units and stuff like that. And stuff's rusty as shit up there. He uses this stuff, swears by it. Uses
Krill oil.
Krill. I have a can on side. I'll show you. It's like an orange can.
Huh.
It looks like an old like 70s style marketing. They probably
That's
never
how
changed
it's
it.
good. That's what PB Blast looks like as well.
That's it for me. I use that.
I've used everything else. I mean, WD-40 is a lubricant.
Yeah.
PB Blast is a penetrant oil.
Yeah.
And it smells like mothballs.
Oh, this was terrible.
Also, Deep Creep I've used, but I like the PB Blaster better. It's interesting. Jalopnik just did like an article on PB Blast, and it was really interesting.
I don't have the gentleman's name. I have talked about him a few times on the podcast. He did do a experiment with what oil manufacturer makes the best kind of oil.
Yeah.
He does a lot of engineering stuff like that, and he machines them in acrylic block that's threaded, and he puts a bolt in each one, and he sprays it. And this way, because it's clear acrylic, you can see what actually comes through. WD-40 doesn't even penetrate the first thread.
I mean, WD-40, if you got to stop something from squeaking, it's great.
Yeah.
But PB Blast, I mean, it's still an American family company. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I the stuff, it does smell terrible. Actually, I don't mind the smell, but it smells like mothballs.
I think you just get used to it.
Yeah, and it's it really gets the job done. So if you got hard to break shit, man, that's the way to do it. I used it on my wood stove the other day, popped right through.
You know, and also if you're planning on working on something, doing the preemptive like PB Blast soak.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Couple hours before.
The channel is called Project Farm. It's just this like middle-aged dude who just does like what works better. There's all these things here. So he's got like WD-40, Liquid Wrench, PB Blaster, Royal Purple Max Film.
Oh, wow.
He's got something in a clear jar, which is probably his own blend. And then he's got that krill oil stuff that I use.
Yeah,
so,
PB Blast is just by the Blaster Company, which is hilarious as well.
But
Jesse J, trim/clip removal kit. Yeah, that's really nice if you don't want to wreck everything.
So this is actually funny. A Young Ben callback. The famous trim tool removal. I told Young Ben, and he was like, "Yeah, I need one like at home." I was like, "Yeah, just go in your mom's little kitchen, get yourself a butter knife, take some electrical tape, wrap it around there. Now you've got yourself a nice little trim removal tool that isn't gonna mar everything up." I still have the one I think I even created in my toolbox all those days back. My mom's still looking for the butter knife.
She'll never find it.
She'll never find it.
No matching set.
Yeah.
I also got, if you have the fittings, please buy A&N wrenches.
They're not that expensive.
No, and believe me, I'm guilty of not using one. Me and Noah put an oil cooler in my car without them.
Yeah.
And the amount of bitched up external, like nicely painted A&N fittings get from using an adjustable wrench or a Polish 5/8.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. And A&Ns aren't that expensive. I actually have a set for Ronan I gotta send them. But yeah, they're aluminum. Jegs makes a nice one. They come with like the little holder. When I use them, it's nice to know they're there. I wouldn't suggest just growing out and buying them. But if you do get A&N stuff, you're going to thank me a million times because
Especially
they are really nice.
If you're spending the money on those fittings.
Yeah, you don't want to bitch them
They're
up.
not cheap.
No.
And also, you're spending the money on those fittings for a reason. Like, you're spending the money on them because they look nice. It's a presentation thing. It's obviously purpose as well. But you don't want them to be all scuffed up.
And they're totally fucked sizes. Like, you can't buy anything else that's going to work. Big shout to the Army and the Navy.
The Army and the Navy.
Army
and
Navy,
boys
baby.
out there.
And then the other stuff I have is just like the most basic one that like I didn't really get into until I started hanging out with the old tech boys is vice grips. I use vice grips for fucking everything.
Vice grips are great. I never understood the variety of vice grips. Needle nose vice grips, standard vice grips, the weird C-clamp vice grips, like the welding ones. I never understood.
Oh, they're wonderful.
To me, it was just like the standard vice grip, right?
There is the standard vice grip, but especially the welding ones because those are the ones I always need but never have.
Yeah.
I'll just be like trying to. Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad. I gotta get a welding table for my shop.
But yeah, having a decent amount, I think I maybe have like 3 or 4 different ones, and it's still not enough because you still run into like, this would be so much better if I had a different vice grip.
Had a nice different C-clamp vice grip. And then, the stuff I got into when I was dealing with my Polaris, if you're going to kind of start tackling projects yourself, pullers are great to have. These guys were trying to get a steering
Pullers are
wheel
great.
off by just kicking it.
Yeah, pullers are great. It's actually, there's another thing you want to take advantage of if you're short on cash but trying to get the project done. Look at your local auto parts store. They rent all these stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting into. It's funny, when I was buying my pullers, I was at Harbor Freight, and the guy's like, "Yeah, man, those are junks that only work 1 or 2 times." Like, that's all I need them for, my man.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
Also, yes, you can rent stuff from your local. All of them, like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, they all do tool rentals. Spring compressors are the number one thing to rent from there. When you're gonna firing off springs and struts is fucking hilarious. But I've seen it go wrong. Luckily,
Very
nobody
wrong.
got hurt.
Yeah.
But I've seen things get broken, and if someone was standing there, they'd be dead type stuff happen. So it really is worth it, and it's free. I know at O'Reilly's it's free.
Yeah.
You give them $20 or whatever.
Yeah, you put up whatever it is.
You put up $20. If you keep them, which you can, they're now yours for $20. If you give them back, they'll give you $20 back. That's how I literally, for a bunch of stuff I end up doing, I have a pickle fork and a ball joint remover.
Both quality things to have in
A real ball joint remover. If anybody's like, every time I pull a ball joint with a pickle fork, I break the ball joint. It's because
tear the boot.
You're not using you can just get a ball joint remover, which will not tear the boot.
Yeah.
But pickle fork's totally useful all the time. That's one that I rented from O'Reilly's and kept. It was like $15.
Pickle fork also doubles as pry bar.
Oh, absolutely. And tool to throw in anger. One of the best tools to throw in anger. Yeah.
Makes a big one.
Satisfying noise.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to break.
Yeah, pickle fork. Also, like pry bars, if you're trying to get...
Yeah, you got to have the pry bar, the negotiator.
Yeah.
You can have the pry bar that's so big it doesn't fit in the drawer.
the hang on the side.
Yeah,
the lean up against the side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It needs its own garage.
I often find myself running into needing a pry bar, and it's always like, I could use something a little bit bigger. A little more leverage, a little bit bigger.
But you also don't want to go too hard, which I always do.
Yeah.
Why everything is broken.
Yeah, because something you're pushing on, it definitely has a breaking point.
And that's when you buy a welder.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I can cut it. I can put it back together. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. And this is when we're starting to leave the standard basic tool cart tools,
Absolutely. That's my basics. That's the stuff that gets me out of the shits all the time.
What did Diesel Dave say? At AutoZone, they charge you full price for the tool and return the money after. Full price?
Yeah. So if you rent it, that's what they charge you.
Yeah, I didn't.
So if you don't bring it back.
Because I rented a few things that if that was a full price, that's a fucking bargain.
The stuff's not expensive. It's just specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like the whole menu of what O'Reilly's or AutoZone offers online, and then just see if they have the shit you need. Because
I actually like O'Reilly's when you go up to the counter, the little mat at the checkout.
Just O'Reilly's currently is my jam for auto parts store.
Definitely the jam.
There's one coming right next to work too. Very excited for that.
Where's that?
Right next to Walgreens over there. Remember that
is that where that's
place?
going?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's going to be a big store.
That's going to be a big O'Reilly's.
Big shout out to O'Reilly's.
We
big
could
shout out
use
to
a
Turtle.
quality auto parts store over in that section.
Yeah, but the Pep Boys is hurting, man. The
Not
Pep Boys.
great.
No, you get jumped in Pep Boys over there.
Not great.
Rough stuff.
Rick VW did make a good point. I bought so many specialty tools for VW, I can't buy any other car now.
I think VW is very specific, has a lot of specialty tools.
Yep.
The older BMWs don't. I know the new ones definitely do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting because I'm thinking about my old cars, but it's older than most of my friends' VWs. But there's not those cars, even like the E36s and stuff, don't really have a lot of specialty tools. So
that's good. That's good. It's a nice world to live in.
It's okay.
It's
okay
a nice world
over
to
there.
live in.
Yeah, the Skyline has no specialty tools. It's just strip all these parts for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got anything else that you think is mandatory or is a must-have or is overlooked, give us a
hit us on the
shot.
questions or something next week. We'll gladly post them. But that's kind of the way. Like we're saying, you can buy a mechanic's toolkit, and believe me, you want all those sockets and those wrenches, but you're also going to get a bunch of SAE shit you'll never use. So
yeah, that's true. And
you're working on Cadillacs.
I think what was it? When we did an interview with Papadakis, I believe he was the one who said buy the quality tools the first time instead of buying
a bunch of junk sets. Yeah. I'm at the point with my house where I have my toolbox obviously in my garage where I do my projects, like my actual workshop. I have another like every now and then like the Craftsman stuff will go on mega sale.
Yeah.
So I have another like mechanics tool kit with all the other shit in my other garage, and I have another kit that I bought in college, like a Stanley Tools kit.
Yeah.
That's just, these are my house sockets.
Yeah, these just the house. I'm gonna mess around in the house.
Clutch welding table? Oh man, Rick, send me a link to that, man. I gotta get a welding table. I gotta get a welding table if anyone has suggestions. I know Rick has the best suggestions that I can just fold up and get out of the way in my garage, because I don't need a welding table all the time, but when I do, I really need one.
Well,
Because I'm gonna weld on butcher block, it's not gonna go well.
no, it's not gonna be the best.
So, but I've seen them. They're a bunch of folding ones. So, yeah, hit me up if you know a good one. I'm gonna check that clutch one out, Rick. Thanks, man. What do you want to do? You want to get us some questions?
Yeah, let's jump in. Josh, send them over.
Yeah, you want to read them?
Yeah, I'll give them. Let's see.
I take out the trash in my house. Shit.
Oh my
Gentlemen.
God, Jesus! How many times did he send them to us?
I didn't even know. I didn't even look.
Let's see. Did they come through multiple times?
Or do we just have that many questions?
Oh no, we have that many questions.
All right, that's why Josh doesn't read any.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Oh, being flat. Shout out to being flat.
Being flat, big
Good
shots.
question here. When are you gonna get with the times and go metric?
In America?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know what? Wasn't there some initiative to do that and it just never happened?
I believe so.
I mean, here's the thing: the metric stuff just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely metric in my tools. I'm definitely getting used to the KPHs. What else do I need? Oh, height. I'll never get that. Meters and shit. Get out of
Stone.
here.
I want to be measured in stone.
I'm trying to be measured in stone,
yeah,
please.
he's 2 stone 3.
You guys got
Yeah.
you guys got stones out there?
Yeah, I
in
don't
the
know how
land
they
down
measure
under.
that.
But yeah, I don't know. It would probably be better for everybody. That's why we're not going to do it.
There's some quality ones here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Let's get it.
From MF Mad Money.
MF Mad Money.
What's the most not worth the price tool out there?
I'm going to go with the fucking CV boot stretcher.
The CV boot stretcher.
If
we
you can
talked
do a
about
group
it.
buy with your buddies, maybe, but it's still fucking crazy.
I don't know how many CV boots you guys are doing out there.
I mean, I do a number of CV boots. I'm not going to lie to you, but the CV boot stretcher is like $200, and I know I don't have to take the end off, but it's not that hard if you actually figure out how to take it off.
It's not. Some cars it can be a bitch.
Oh,
but
believe me, I hammered my Acti one, and I didn't realize there was a pin in the end of it.
yeah, I remember that.
So,
You sorted it out now, though, right?
oh, I fixed
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I took the other end off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the one for me.
Yeah, I think. I mean, not worth. The thing is if there's a purpose for the tool. Oh, you didn't want to know what wasn't worth the money, but I bought it anyway. An electronic 18-volt caulk gun.
That's how you handle the caulk.
Listen, I needed to caulk like 3 things. So I said, I need a caulk gun. I just do. So I went. And I was like, these things are like plastic and flimsy and chintzy. Let me see what Ryobi's got for me.
Yeah.
Ryobi has one. Listen, it can really throw some caulk.
I'm
It can
on
really
the
throw it
brink
out
of
there.
buying an 18-volt grease gun, and I think
Yeah.
it's probably the same unit.
Yeah.
Also, I bought a Ryobi sprayer.
Sprayer.
Like if you're going to spray for ants or stuff.
Yeah.
18-volt one worked twice.
Doesn't work anymore?
Oh, no.
You should call them up. They're pretty good about
Yeah, maybe I will,
replacement.
but it was not cheap.
Yeah, they're pretty good with
It
replacement.
was actually really nice, if I'm honest, but
and worked well.
didn't work for long. It was for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. Trust Johnny Hart.
Big show.
Full Metal Neck says,
Full Metal Neck.
best and worst tools to buy from Harbor Freight.
I'll tell you what. If you're going to hang a car in the back of a shop with ratchet straps, I wouldn't do it from Harbor Freight. But, I mean, they hold.
So I think clearly, as of recent,
So-
we found that the jack stands may not be the best thing to purchase from Harbor
Jack
Freight.
stands aren't the best thing.
I bought a set of swan neck wrenches
Yeah.
from Harbor Freight. This was something I was like, I don't really need these, but like it would make the job really easier right this second.
Yeah.
And like Harbor Freight's right down the road. It was suggested size.
Yep.
It wasn't even close.
That's my guy.
19 and 18 might have been 3 or 4 millimeter different than each other.
Okay.
Terrible.
Is that how it is? Is that how the metric system works?
Yeah. But I've bought, I really like their color-coded set of sockets.
Mm.
I've bought those, and I've had them. I mean, that was like day one of I'm going to start working on my car. I bought like the color-coded, like deep and short 3/8 sockets.
Yeah.
They've lasted me forever.
Their toolboxes, not even the Icon ones, but their normal, whatever, who makes their toolboxes. Great boxes if you're not a full-time working mechanic. You
Also
could probably
cool
get away with
colors.
it as well. Yeah, a lot of cool colors available, so that's definitely worth it. And Pete from Ransom always gets me crazy. Discount coupons are always discount coupons. Harbor Freight. It's the worst stuff to get there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I mean, I've had a bunch of shitty purchases from Harbor Freight. God, I don't know. I get the impact sockets from there. They seem to work fine.
Yeah, I think actually
What do I get bad?
I have
there?
impact sockets.
Oh, the little magnet tray. I just couldn't believe the whole fucking thing comes off the hock lid. It's ridiculous.
It did its job for a little bit.
Buy the Amazon one, or find out who makes it and buy it from somebody else.
This is a good one from TDs.
TDs.
Do you wear gloves or do you use brake clean to wash your hands?
Both. I don't usually wear gloves unless I'm using actual like grinders and power tools. I've always been a hands-on guy, and I always end up looking like I'm covered in war paint when I leave.
I always put on a set of gloves just because I can't stand having to like scrub the shit on my hands after.
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, I'm just like, it just never comes off. I'm always looking at it. I'm picking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's always mad at me because my hands always smell like metal and they're covered in shit.
Yeah.
I do scrub them, but you can't get all the grime out. Come on.
Oh, this is funny. This is actually relative to what we just talked about.
Yeah.
From Woco VW.
Woco VW.
Did Chuck ever invest in an axle boot tool? No.
No, but I did buy like a ton of spare CV clamps. But no, the axle boot tools, man, it's too much money.
Yeah.
It might not be too much money for what it does, but you just don't need what it does.
Yeah, you definitely just don't need. I mean, maybe if you opened a shop.
All right, maybe I will.
If you opened a shop and you were like, you know what?
We're doing CVs
CV
all over the
boots,
place.
That's it. That'd be the best thing to do.
Harbor Freight welding supplies from Diesel Dave.
Worst or best?
Yeah, best or worst. I've never bought them. I don't think Tractor Supplies get some nice welding supplies.
I mean, it's a man store. Listen, this is from Old Man Tom.
OMT.
An expensive tool you used once, but it was worth every penny you paid for it. I'd have to revert back to the electronic caulk gun.
Yeah, I'm going back to my electronic sprayer.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. I wish it would have not died.
Yeah. A question from Jedi Tech.
Jedi Tech.
Who is now a service advisor, but has been pretty much a professional mechanic his whole life.
Big shout.
Snap-on rules everything around him.
Yep.
But what is your favorite ratchet brand?
You know, Josh was going to mention Gear Wrench.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my favorite ratchet brand, but it's certainly my favorite up-and-comer.
Yeah. It's a solidly affordable one.
It's
not
quality,
totally
though. It's
yeah.
not total shit. I've had, you know, I got their ratcheting wrenches, those little guys, and I've got a gear wrench, maybe my breaker bar's gear wrench, and I've got some of their wrenches. I don't know. I think they do a nice job. Obviously, if I was a pro tech and all you guys love blowing money on Snap-on, I guess I'd blow money on Snap-on too. But for my money, I'd probably buy gear wrench stuff now because Craftsman, I think, has abandoned me. In Cobalt, I have a pair of needle nose pliers that's rusted, so I'm totally against the brand now.
Yeah.
No, Husky.
I have a lot of Craftsman stuff. My ratchets from there are great, but yeah, the recent issue with the lifetime warranty thing is going to pose a bit of an issue.
Yeah. Diesel Dave says Harbor Freight welding supplies easily the worst. I believe that.
Hey,
I believe
fair,
that.
fair.
Okay.
Pudva says, who makes the best cordless stuff and why is it Milwaukee?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to argue. It's probably Milwaukee. I don't have it. You get so invested. Like, if I have to...
You have to buy into one. You got to buy into a brand.
Right, and just stick with it. And Milwaukee now does it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Milwaukee wasn't even a thing.
I went into Ryobi. I was just like, hey, I looked at the catalog. I was like, listen.
It's deep.
There's so many things here. If I ever needed something, they're going to have it. And I like the battery system, so I'm in.
If I was going to re-get in, if someone took all my gear, I'd get into the Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would. I just really like they have it. I mean, Kyle uses it. A couple guys at Banch are using it. Like, the stuff's really, really nice.
Yeah. Price tag to match, though. It's a little bit pricey.
It's pricey, and I don't have any of the brushless Makita stuff, so I haven't upgraded my shit, but I'm staying with the boys.
Let's see. This is from Thanasi.
I am Thanasi.
What's longer?
You're supposed to slaughter that. I think he sends in questions to see how bad Josh can slaughter his
I don't
name.
want to do it to the man. What's longer? 3K cars end to end or a Phaeton? Here's the thing. If your Phaeton can make it here, because he said he'll bring it the next donut meet to measure, we can measure, but I don't think it's going to make it here.
Yeah, I also don't think it's going to make it here.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think the Phaeton, though, still. But I don't think the Phaeton... Wow. cheers to euthanasia for having a Phaeton.
Yeah, it's brave. It's certainly brave.
That's a battle.
MyDaily.cy.
MyDaily.cy.
Chuck making an appearance to the Hill at New Hampshire next Tuesday. I think we covered that, and you said yes, you will be.
New Hampshire next Tuesday, man. Yeah, it's going to be Revival Hill night. As I said, I'm probably getting there around 3 o'clock. Ride till the lift shuts off. Maybe.
There you go.
Or till I fall asleep. Or if my knee doesn't heal, just watch you guys ride. So that'll be all right.
Garrett Lee 393.
Garrett Lee 393.
What is the best misused tool? The hammer. The hammer. Listen, you hammer nails. I hammer anything. I hammer.
Exactly. There's a reason the hammer's
If
in.
you need to
Jesse
get-
came to my house the other day. He's like, "This is your hammer? This is a garage." And I was, he's like, "This is for hammering fucking nails and pulling nails." I'm like, "Nah, it's a hammer."
Hammer. No.
It's a hammer.
Same thing. Yeah.
He said something about a peen. He wanted to see my bald peen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging around with that guy. Yeah, hammer, a great misused tool. I'm trying to think what else is a great misused tool. God, hammer's just such a versatile unit.
You know,
You can have a whole drawer of hammers.
Yeah, I think having the breaker bar is great because it doubles as a hammer, and then depending on the area, it can also double as a pry bar.
I do like the screwdrivers a pry bar. Please hold.
Oh, yeah.
For the love of God, please don't
you get the
break.
squint going. The squint, yeah.
And you pull it out, you're like, oh, fuck, I bent another one. Back to the lot lizards.
Let's see. Oh, Ben Jarmin.
Ben Jarmin, big shout.
Can the Manscaped 3.0 add perceived length to the K?
Probably.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Depends how
You
you
might-
drive the K.
Yeah, you may have to shave up to fit
It
inside.
can definitely add possibility of performance.
Possibility, yeah, but more sleek.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Medium Performance asked this question.
Medium performance.
Thoughts on Tecton tools? Good bang for your buck.
Medium performance just said, I recently started getting Tecton ratchets and sockets, no questions, lifetime warranty.
Where? Where are they? Where are they?
I know. Where do you get those, buddy?
Yeah, that's good. I want to hear that.
I've heard of Tecton, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I have as well, but I don't know. Yeah, where?
Yeah, where do you get them? That's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to Amazon the stuff usually.
Yeah,
I kind of need it right away.
Let's see. This is a good one from Capone or Capone.
Cap one or Capone.
Don't know. Fuck, marry, kill. Snap-on, Cornwell, or Mac tools. I don't know because I don't know any of them.
I got a Snap-on extension once because I got on the truck and I felt bad without getting off. It was still like $33.
Yeah, I got on and I got right off. It's fine with me.
So,
I'm not going to pretend that I can afford anything here.
what was it? Snap-on Mac and who?
Snap-on, Mac, and Cornwell. I'm
I
going to kill
guess
Cornwell
I killed
because
Cornwell because I don't know anything about him.
I'll marry Snap-on because
I'd
she's a
marry
nice lady.
Snap-on, and it seems like Mac's probably a good time
Yeah, good time. Good time in the sack.
with the Mac.
What did medium performance? Did you get back to us there?
Yeah, he said the web. All right.
Sick.
All right.
All right, thanks.
I mean, if they're good, maybe I'll get a set. We'll see what happens.
All right. Let's see.
Goddamn web. That's where everything comes from now, man.
This is a good one from Tyler.
Come on, man.
From Tyler, say what?
Tell us say what?
Who is someone who is inspired or inspires you? Wait, who is someone who inspired / inspires you? It's a good question. Think about it.
Wow. In the automotive space?
I mean, maybe. I mean, this is what it pertains to.
I really like, if I'm honest, I like this Chris Harris's whole story and how he
Yeah.
got to where he is the god of automobiles now. And he started on, you can listen to, he had an interview with how he got there. I think it was the one with Harry Metcalf on his thing. That his podcast is great. The fact that he's just a hardcore car guy that has stuck to it.
Yeah.
And look at the shit he's going through even at Top Gear and like the different casting he's put up with. Not put up with, but like he gets paired up with a guy nobody likes. Then Joey comes, they're best buddies. Then he leaves. Now he's got new guys.
Yeah.
And he's still making it happen. Before that, he's writing for Jalopnik. Ferrari bans him.
What was it? He signed the contract agreement to work with JF Mutual to do the drive show in the back of like a Rolls Royce. The
Yeah.
first time he ever met him.
And he's just
crazy
He's
stories.
just like he's served his time to get where he is. He's an incredible wheelman. He's really a car nut. So I obviously Harris. I think he's just from getting where he was. I remember reading his stuff on the internet, seeing his videos way before he was in Top Gear, and to get where he is like, wow, that guy really got it done.
Yeah, he's a true inspiration to all of us.
In the automotive space, he's my dude. And obviously, I like the 3 and everything, but Harris, He wasn't immediately in this. He worked his way up there. So
Yeah, I mean, I think we referred to him multiple times as
he's the president of Car Guys.
Yeah, president of Car Guys. Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Pocket Full of Sunshine.
Been on the
big
podcast
shout.
and does some great work for us over
Saw
here.
him this weekend. I think I had a wheel bearing out. Hit me up. Because I don't know what that consists of on the M5.
Use a chrome swivel socket on an extension with a 1/2-inch impact. Be a man. Says the man who changed the engine in your car.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If anyone's telling me to be a man, that's the one. Oh, man. That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
All right.
That's the guy you want working on your stuff.
Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Kevin401.
Kevin 401.
Could you beat Tom Cruise in a fight?
No.
I don't know, man.
You think you could beat Tom Cruise in a fight?
It depends how much Scientology he's done that day.
He better not kick me in the knee.
Yeah.
No, I don't. There's no way you could beat him in a fight.
I don't know, man. You never know.
I know you're a crazy man,
Yeah,
but Jesus,
you never know.
He's not. I mean, he's probably your size,
Yeah.
but he's probably
Just because he
he's
does
probably
his
in
own
great
stunts.
shape.
Oh, he's definitely in great shape. His cardio would be top tier. I'd make it happen in the first round.
You're gonna make it happen in the first
If
round.
it didn't happen in the first round, it's not gonna end well for me.
I mean, I gotta reach on him. I'm way bigger than he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
but
I think
I don't
he's
know,
a better
man.
shot.
I don't know, man. It seems like that guy takes it serious. He must know some karate.
Karate. We got some love from Jackhammer.
Jackhammer.
Not a question, but you guys are my favorite tools.
Oh,
Oh.
Jackhammer. I miss you, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see. We got more Milwaukee love. Lots of Milwaukee love.
There's got to be Milwaukee love. I think they put on a great product. Like I said, if I was getting into it now, like all these baby boomers, these millennials, I'd have Milwaukee too. But I got into it too long ago, where my only option was the blue or the turquoise or whatever the hell color that weird greeny blue all the Makita stuff is.
Oh, yeah. Another one from Kevin401, which is good. If you could pick one motorsport to drive professionally, which one would you pick?
One motorsport to drive professionally.
Probably like WRC or rally of some sort. I mean, it's the one I just find the most interesting.
Yeah, I think rally would be the most fun. It's probably, I mean, it's very dangerous, but so is all the other ones. So, yeah, I think I'd be rally. I guess I wouldn't mind like a DTM or British Touring Car Championship. I think be wild.
Ooh, I didn't think about BTCC.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I got to toss up between those. Probably DTM, probably classic DTM. You put me in like
go back in time.
the early '90s DTM. I'm all about that.
BJ McCardle said if you had to pick a vehicle to drive the full length of the Pan America Highway, what would it be?
The Pan America Highway.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I need something that's gonna get there.
I think it comes back to like I would just do the Raptor.
I'd probably do a Land Cruiser.
Ooh, Land Cruiser would be cool.
The thing about the Land Cruisers is it's wildly capable. It's not crazy nice looking, which is a Pan America Highway. Like you're gonna go through some sketchy spots.
Yeah.
And it's never gonna break on you. Where like I do like Raptors, but I'm worried about the Ford not making it.
Ooh, okay.
Although I haven't had problems with Ford, and I think Ford's a dependable brand. It's just not Toyota.
No, it's not Toyota. It's not like you're hopping on there
and the Land Cruiser's a fucking legend, man.
It is a legend. That is what its purpose for. I think that could be good.
Plus, I think the
probably
Land
stick to the
Cruiser's going to
Raptor.
give you a lot more.
It's definitely going to be a lot more comfort.
Yeah, it's going to give you a lot more comfort and just creature comforts, man. It's going to be a nice ride, and I just think it's not as showy, although they've gotten more showy.
Yeah.
I'd like a 90s one, honestly.
John Stiers brings up a good point.
Yeah.
He says ratcheting wrenches. Once I had them, I wished I had got them so much sooner.
Ratcheting wrenches?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
That's
do
killer.
speed everything up quite a bit.
Yeah, it's just you get used to the ratcheting wrench, and then you get soft, you know.
Yeah, your hands, you lose the calluses. It ends up being a whole
butt
thing.
of hands.
Let's see. Connor McCann with some love. Who's got the biggest tool?
Connor McCann.
I think Josh.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the responses in the chat room.
Yeah, details by Doug. Will
Details by
we see more
Doug.
Sunday coffee meets asking for a friend?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had fun, and I wish it was a little bit warmer.
Yeah. But even so, I mean, we still pulled it off with a nice 40-degree sunny day.
Yeah, we had a bunch of people. We had a lot of fun. So, yes, absolutely.
All right. Let's see. Is there anything else really kind of digging through here?
What else you got?
Dexter VW brought up a good point. How
Dexter
many
VW.
people asked which one of you is the biggest tool? quite a few. I've just skipped them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks for bringing that up.
Let's see.
A lot.
Let's see. Is there anything really worth? I think we're. Oh, all right. This is actually. I think you can maybe speak to this personally. Schmidtum said thoughts on the Icon brand at Harbor Freight. Isn't that what the toolbox is?
My toolbox is an Icon brand.
It's U.S. General.
Mine's U.S. General, but they do have Icon brand. It's big money. It's still like half Snap-on. From what I hear, I don't have one. From what I hear, people that know better than I, they're incredible. Really, really nice units.
They feel nice.
Oh,
when
absolutely.
you fuck with them at the store.
But yeah, I've heard really good things about them. So if you're gonna, I would say if I'd redo my garage, I'd buy one of those. But it's too much money. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to get out of it that I don't get out of my current toolbox.
That's true. Yeah.
I just needed to have tools in it.
Yeah, we just need nice storage. Last one is because this is going to be a good one. R32 Marcus says,
R32 Marcus.
what is the sketchiest tool you have made to avoid buying the correct specialty tool?
Oh, my God. I fucking recently, when I was playing with the tracks on my side-by-side, I needed a 1 1/8 wrench. So I took my grinder, and I took the 1-inch wrench I had.
Opened her up a little bit.
You cannot believe how much metal an eighth is.
Yeah.
I opened her up, and it looks ridiculous now. And, like, I was like, I'm used to buying metric tools, so I'm like, I'm never going to be able to find this anywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, I go to Home Depot the next day. I get a 1 1/8 ratcheting wrench.
They just have them?
They had 8 of them in stock. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the sketchiest, stupidest thing I've made recently.
Yeah, I think one of the sketchiest things I made, I don't know if, you can buy the actual, like, setup for it that, like, auto bodies use, but I built my own rotisserie with Legend.
Oh, yeah.
At his shop out of wood. I thought it was really sketchy. Once you get the car maybe halfway to tipping on its side, you're like, all right, well, there's no turning back because this is a car.
That's how she goes.
Worked out okay.
All right.
Worked out okay. Flipped the car back over. He actually still has it there for future use. But if you don't build it correctly, I've seen there's a lot of fail videos of people tipping
the
big wooden rotisseries and they tip them. Or I've seen people use engine stands and then they don't use hardware that can hold the car. And when they tip the car, the engine stand folds in on itself. So if you're going to do it, figure out the right way to do it.
There you go.
But sketchy, but worked out well.
Okay.
Just like your 1 1/8 wrench.
Yeah. I mean, now I have a real one, but and I'll never have
did you buy a real one
I don't
too?
have a 1-inch, so.
Fuck.
Yeah. Too soon, Junior.
Yeah, I think...
and it definitely didn't. It was a problem that did not need to be solved that night. You know
what
what I mean?
It wasn't that mandatory?
It's one of those that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it because I'm in the garage.
You do it in haste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the best time to get done. Quickly, Garrett said Garrett LCD, I have a beater Icon 1/2-inch torque wrench for the track, and the quality of it is a night and day over other hand tools. Was well worth the $100. Side note, that's the most I've ever spent at Harbor Freight. Haha.
Spending $100 at Harbor Freight.
On a torque wrench.
Oh.
I mean, shit, if it's that nice. I'm glad other people are checking this stuff out for me. Yeah, I saw it last time I was at Harbor Freight that they do have Icon hand tools now. They do look really nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pick up something and do a little review there.
Yeah, see what it's like. Maybe they'll compare contrast to something you already own. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably don't have anything that nice.
I don't know, but you have something that's well weathered. It's seen some miles, you know?
Absolutely. My Lot Lizard drawer of
Yeah, of Phillips head
of
screwdrivers.
Phillips head screwdrivers and flats. Well, boys, I think that's all we got.
I think we made
When we
it.
talked to Josh, he's all good.
Yeah.
Got the text, he's all right. Everybody's good over there. Just had to leave quick. So yeah, we'll be back next week. I think we got a special guest.
We certainly do.
We'll have Josh back.
We have two special guests, that means.
We have 2 special guests.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, code Revival of Manscaped.
20% off.
Free shipping.
Don't buy your shit at Target.
Yeah, don't buy your shit at Target. And then what else we got to put? Circle Jerks podcast on the Revival Network. Check them out.
Circle
They're
Jerks.
at it. They're talking about turning left.
Topics under the stairs.
Topics down on the stairs. Johnny coming up with some stuff.
Yeah.
Talking motorcycles.
Yep.
Listen to Strobles. You know, big shots of Strobel. Hope you get well soon.
Yeah.
Out there inspiring on the snowboard. So
Stroll will certainly inspire
keeping us
something.
going. Yeah, that's it, man. Thanks for listening. I'm going to try to press. Do you know which button it is?
No.
It's going to really hurt. Oh, that knee's going to be bad tomorrow. Let's see how bad this goes. Almost. Whoa!
Nailed it.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We're the Revival Motoring Podcast. This is Chuck Who.
T's and P's.
Corey SI still on the Instagram.
Yep.
And Revival Josh. We'll see you next week with a very special guest. See you later.